What's that? That BC powder, nigga? With you,
Hell yeah, nigga, shit. I can't wake up with the headache in the morning.
man. You have to make sure you get that one in.
Yeah. I get my shit in last night. Woke up with that motherfucking hangover.
True.
Shit was throbbing.
You said what?
I still was throbbing.
Mm. You was only on that dark.
Yeah, that's all I fuck with now.
Yeah, cause y'all had me mixing.
You'll be alright, baby.
Disrespectful ass niggas.
Be alright.
It's a damn shame.
Shit. We gotta see what views we gonna get, even with this being a Monday, we never get a Monday.
On a Monday, yeah.
We going up on a Monday.
Motherfuckers gonna be confused because we we on Facebook. Oh man.
It's just for this one. Then we going next week.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Talk about it.
I had a question for you, real quick. Or I don't know how you gonna feel about it. Hey, where do you rank Luda at on your all time?
He's not in the top 5.
Okay.
He's not in the top 5, but he's definitely one of those, one of those ones. I'll put him in the top. I say
top 15.
Top 20, but it could be top 15.
You think he top 20?
I'm saying though, because you gotta keep in mind though, with me being from Texas, you got my Texas artists that I gotta put before I put Luda.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying that, because he could be top 10 though. Luda was very lyrical. The only thing I hate about Luda was his music videos.
You didn't like his music videos?
I hated that shit. It was too much.
For real, the
Too much, bro.
The big ass costumes and the wild shit. You didn't like that shit?
Hell no, I hated that shit with a passion.
I feel like that was part of the appeal. Like that was like part of what made him unique as an artist. Like people look forward to seeing his videos and you know what I mean, what type of shit he was gonna put together.
Yeah.
So
I can't fuck with him.
I'll probably put him shit. I don't know where I would put Luda, man. I don't, what's crazy? Like a lot of people would probably rank him up high, but I don't go back and listen to a lot of like his music. Like I can't tell you the last time I deliberately went back and said, "Yeah, let me put some Luda on." You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to,
Me neither.
Yeah, like, but he got slaps. You know what I mean? Like he got albums. People might call one or two of them a classic or whatever. He got songs. He got hits. He been on a ton of shit as a featured artist. So like if I hear him if I'm out somewhere and I hear him, you know what I mean, I'll fuck with him. But as far as like going back and going to his discography and pulling up some Luda, I can't really that's not something I would do.
So what is he then? What is he in the top what?
I say I have to put him top 30. I say he top 30. I say that. Yeah, Tone was good. Big Tone was good. Tory was good.
I see why you say top 30, but that nigga, he's really not top 30 though, fam. He could be top something like lower.
He could be, but I mean, when you compare him to other artists that are like in the top, you know what I mean? And it's subjective. Everybody got their own little playlist. They got their own little artists that they like to go back to. When we talking about legacy artists, because I look at him as a legacy act or a legacy rapper. Right. When I say legacy, somebody that's cemented, you know what I mean? Atlanta, debatably king of the South.
I'll me interrupt you. Yeah. Let's break it down.
Okay.
In Atlanta, where is he at? Isaiah Atlanta rapper.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Because I go T.I. over Luda. And I go Jeezy over Luda.
I give you Jeezy. I ain't going T.I.
I have to go T.I. I have to go. So I would say, and then I'm going Andre 3000 over him too.
For what though? Like, hey,
Yeah, I knew that was gonna trigger you.
this whole,
I knew that was
and
gonna get you.
I think Andre is good. I think he's good. But this
Hmm.
whole Andre 3000, I niggas got this nigga in the top 5, top 6. Where the fuck did this come from, bro? Bro, I've never heard this in my life, fam. Bro, no. I can't even, no.
It's from his days.
With Outkast, he was not a top
Yeah,
artist like that, fam. He's not a top
bro.
5 artist.
He was fire, bro.
He's not a top 5 artist.
Okay. I'm not saying he is.
I know, but people
I'm
say
saying
that so much.
in terms of Atlanta.
But I know, but people say this nigga a top 5 artist, fam. He's
I
not
don't
top
agree with
5.
that. I wouldn't put him in my top 5.
Shit, that shit
Tory
is
said
cool.
Gucci over Luda.
Hell no, nigga. You better get his old Gucci ass out of here.
No Gucci over Luda.
Nah, nigga.
Is Gucci top 5 Atlanta?
So let me just think for a second, because mind you know Jeezy 1.
Okay.
I go Luda 2.
Mm.
I mean, shit. With Luda last bar on his stay in the Ti, that topped it.
Stay off the TIP,
T.I.P.
my
So
dude.
I got Luda. I go Ti 3. Who else is from Atlanta, man? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know
Who you said? Who you got first? You said
Jeezy.
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 Then you went Luda.
Yeah.
And then who? Who
T.I.
third? T.I. third. So where you put Future? Future not up there?
Yeah, Future up there. I'll put Future
Okay.
before I put Gucci.
Oh, Tory said Future. Yeah, Future. So
I'll put Future before I put Gucci.
yeah, I would put Future over Gucci too. Absolutely. I go back and listen to a lot of Future shit.
Yeah.
And he on a lot of the other songs that I like to listen to too. So Gucci,
I didn't go back and listen to Gucci until after the little whole what was the shit called during COVID?
What? Oh, the verses?
Yeah, that's when I went back. Let me listen to this nigga again. Other than that, I wouldn't really put on a Gucci. I'm not saying he trash, but
I like the old Gucci, like old
fat Gucci.
Yeah. Give me the fat Gucci. Yeah, give me the mixtape shit. Yeah, give me the fat Gucci for sure.
Yeah, he was cool, but yeah, you know, but yeah,
When he be like, "Shorty got an ass on her," that's that shit.
He cool.
That's that shit.
He cool.
Nigga said, "Goo up." Yeah, man. I don't know. With Luda, I just feel like he kind of like one of those artists. Like people respect him. You know what I mean? Like he's a respected lyricist, like you said. His career is cemented, but he's just not one of them guys that I just find myself going back listening to. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. I don't think a lot of people go back and listen to Luda's music, like pull his shit up and like, yo, I want to hear some Luda today. Like I don't know a lot of motherfuckers that do that.
Because he don't be on the gangster shit though. That's the reason why.
You think that's why?
That's the only reason why, fam. He ain't talking about no type of gangster shit. So, that's the new wave. Like he ain't saying nothing about gangster shit. It's either was about sex shit or by him just kind of like being lyrical. So if you ain't got that tune, then that's the reason why. That's probably the main reason why I don't go back and fuck with him. Well, I would say one of the reasons. Because when I was just in my house painting the other day, what song was that? It was like one of his sex songs came on. I was like, damn, but I was saying that shit word for word, just remembering that shit because he used to be hot back in 05, 04.
Yeah.
06, 07, during those times. But
he had the Lovers and Friends. He had the shit with Sierra. Yeah,
that shit, nigga. That verse he did on Sierra shit. When she was on the Kardashian, that verse that he did, nigga, that shit was
smoked that.
Come on, fam. Like
he smoked that shit.
But he goes back. He ain't saying gangster shit, so we ain't rocking with it that much.
So Jay-Z made a comment about that verse. He said that's the most in pocket he had ever heard anybody like on a beat. Like the way he just, you know what I'm saying, filled in all his shit on the beat. It was just that verse was masterful, bro.
Yeah, dog.
I don't know how it took him to work on that motherfucker, or that shit was, whoo, man.
Yeah, he killed that shit, man. He
Yeah.
killed that shit. Like once we,
Tree said fantasy.
yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
that
Yep,
was
yep.
that was yeah. But going back to what you said, that's tailored towards a, you know what I mean? It's a certain lane that
Mhm.
that song fits
Yeah,
in. So that's not a song you go back to. Like if you out somewhere at a party, a kickback or something like that, and that come on, yeah, everybody gonna get excited. Like you know, it's nostalgic. This that shit. But when
mhm.
you by yourself, or you know what I mean, you just listening to music, you're not gonna go back and listen to that.
No, no,
You're not.
no,
You
no.
know. So I don't know, man. I don't know what that says about his career or him as as an artist. You know what I mean overall. So yeah, I was just thinking about that, man. Since
Mhm.
halftime, Super Bowl, and all that, and he came out and performed the song with Ush and Lil Jon. So
Yep, yep, yep.
yeah, but for those of you that are watching, you might be surprised to see us on Facebook. Because we said last week was the last episode we were going to do on Facebook, and we were going to just transition over to YouTube. And also I posted earlier about the pod was only going to be on YouTube. Excuse my voice, I'm a little congested right now, I apologize. um but we made a last minute audible, last minute check at the line. Since it was a short turnaround for us. Usually y'all know we go Wednesday to Wednesday. This was a short turnaround. Obviously this Wednesday we told y'all we wasn't going to do it because of Valentine's Day, and then it's the day after the Super Bowl, so we figured Monday would be the best day to do it, and figured that it was short notice, and we haven't really been um posting and letting our viewers know that we were going to be on YouTube. We figured we'd just go ahead and do YouTube and Facebook for this episode, and then next week on our regular schedule, which will be Wednesday of next week, we'll go ahead and transition over to YouTube only. So
Yes, sir.
apologize for the confusion, and we appreciate the any grace y'all willing to give us.
Mhm.
But we're gonna go ahead and get started, man. It's 7:43. Welcome to Against the Grain podcast. This is episode number 11. We are your hosts. I am Terrence Thompson. This is my guy, H Town, aka B Murr from the third, drinking that fucking Gatorade. We appreciate y'all tapping in and joining us, man, on this Monday, day after the Super Bowl. We hope y'all had if y'all went to what do you got over there? That Crown? Man. Ooh, that's the end of the bottle, too. You better sip slow. We got a long way to go.
I'm gonna sip it. Trust me, I'm gonna sip this bitch slow. The last night,
Unless you got reserves.
nah. I'm,
But
I'm
if
gonna try
y'all
to.
watch the say it again.
I'm trying to take a break from this shit.
Oh,
I'm only gonna drink on when we do the podcast.
got you. Yeah. Yeah. So if y'all watched the game yesterday, man, we hope y'all had a good time, whether you was, at the crib by yourself, or you was out, with friends, or at a bar, or, wherever you decided to go watch the game. We hope y'all had a good time. We're gonna go ahead and get into what we thought about the game. So you can go ahead and start first.
But before I start, did you have a good time watching the game yesterday?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Had a blast.
Is it
Had a
because
blast.
is it because
One too many
Kansas City
shots.
won?
I'll tell you that much. You
Is
said
it
what?
because Kansas City won?
I mean, that too.
Okay.
That too. So, it was
Oh,
Kansas City won. I won a little bit of money. I'm still waiting on that. But uh yeah, man. Got to enjoy that with some friends, and you know, friends and drinks and food, good friends, good food, good drink. That's always a good time. So yeah,
100%,
absolutely.
100%, dog. Some of my takeaways from the game. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me get to my notes. Some of my takeaways. My first takeaway. You know what mine
Mhm.
gonna be.
What's that?
Uh, the Travis Kelsey incident.
Ooh.
So before I even get my shit off, let me explain. As a I am a hater of I don't really like him as a football player. I go there first. So
You're a hater of Travis Kelsey.
yeah, I do hate on the
Okay.
man a lot.
Okay.
I keep some of those reasons to myself. Uh, but for me, with the whole thing that he did Andy Reid, I watched it over and over. First, yesterday when I seen it, I was kind of pissed off about it. But as I rewatched it over and over and over, it wasn't that bad. He was just upset, and he didn't really, give Andy like the bump that I thought he did. You know what I'm saying? It was just like like Andy said, he did catch him off guard, and he's an older man. It did startle him a little bit. So
Of
it was
course.
just a bump. But
Why do you think he was mad?
well, he was out to play for that play, and so him being out to play, old boy fumbled the ball, so it just made him even. It's that, but it has to do everything with the whole Swifty thing, in my opinion. Like it's like
With Taylor Swift being there,
yeah, man. It's like
think it
man,
was extra pressure.
yeah, and I get that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But whether he bumped him a little bit hard, it still was out of pocket for him because he's in the lead and where he's at today at the at the top of his career because of Andy Reid, dog.
Right.
And he took a chance on him because when he was at Cincinnati, you know what I'm saying, nobody was picking him up. This one, Andy was still he had just left Philly, but he was real cool with Kelsey, the brother, Jason.
Okay.
He was like, yo, I'm gonna take your brother, but when I take him, let him know, man, I'm not tolerating none of that bullshit he did, back in Cincinnati, because he used to get in a lot of trouble. He was a trouble kid.
Right.
It's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to take the chance on him and did everything he did to help his career, and for you to do that at the biggest stage on national TV, when you know everything, when everybody's focused on you and Swifty girl, like, come on. I just felt that was very disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
And here's my thing. Don't play it off. Don't not take accountability for it because y'all won. But I just felt like when he was on the podium, he should have apologized to Andy. Like if he'd have did that, I wouldn't even said nothing. Because you gotta realize why like, come on, man. It's just Andy, bro. Andy seems like a nice dude. You can't do that to like one of the up and coming goats of the coaching tree. Like, come on, man. I just felt that was out of line, bro. But that's everybody's saying like the whole Taylor Swift don't have an impact on him. But this is one of the parts where it hurt him. It wasn't a good part to the NFL or to him. So I thought that was bad. And I ain't like he should have, took accountability, in the public eye that way, whatever. I just thought that would have been a little bit better, man. That was my take on that part, bro. I don't know what you think about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, man. It was I felt like he let his emotions get the best of him. Like you said, Taylor Swift, that's his girl. She in the building. It's the Super Bowl. It's the biggest stage. That pressure was on him, man. He wanted to be involved. He wanted to, be in a position where he can contribute to the team's success. And him feeling like, he wasn't able to do that, he just exploded in that moment. And it was a bad look for him. It was a bad look for him. Like you said, I feel bad for Andy that, he had to receive that kind of energy from his own player. You know what I mean? He should have some more respect for Andy. And, if he got some issues or, he doesn't agree with the game plan or something like that, he should have found a better way to communicate that with that man. You know what I mean? Instead of just blowing up and just going at him, making physical contact and all that. That shit was just OD,
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, had Swift not, had he not been dating Swift and she's not there and she's not, involved in none of that, who's to say,
Right. Because we never seen
he
this,
might have been cool with it.
We never seen him like this, bro. Like we never seen him.
I've never seen him.
And there's been times where he hasn't been involved early.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of how that game, because this was what, the first quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was pretty early on.
You haven't been involved, bro. Like that kind of just irked me, man. Like I didn't like that shit, bro. That shit really kind of pissed me off. But well, man, hey, I'm glad they kind of from our eye able to get past it. Winning the Super Bowl helped everything. It kind of cures everything. When you win, all the other bullshit get put to the back. So
right.
I think if they'd have lost, he would have been like the main topic of
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they would have blew that up. They would have blew that situation up. Yep. They would have blew that situation up for sure.
What's another take you had from the game? That was just one of my biggest takes.
Yeah, I
Besides,
got as far as Kansas City, I got two more takeaways for them, and then I got a few for San Fran. As far as KC, man, the game started out boring, bro. Like we were sitting there, we watching the game and we talking, and we were just like, man, this game is just, it's not a typical Kansas City game, and then it's not a typical San Fran game. Like both teams were kind of, I don't know if they were just trying to fill each other out, or I don't know what was going on. They just had good game plans in that first half, and they were able to neutralize each other because Kansas City struggled on offense. Mahomes didn't look like the special Patrick Mahomes that we're accustomed to seeing. You know what I mean? We used to seeing him make plays, whether it's in the pocket, outside of the pocket, getting guys involved. We used to seeing Pacheco break off big runs. He had the fumble early in the game. Kelsey wasn't involved. We just talked about him and how that affected him. You know what I mean? So it just wasn't like a typical Kansas City game that we saw. And I felt like, they were able to make some adjustments at halftime, which a lot of teams, for some reason, aren't able to do. So my hat goes off to Andy Reid for being able to identify certain things. And, we're going to take what San Fran gives us. And I think that's what they did, even though it didn't really result in a lot of, real big plays and a lot of points and all that. It was still a chess match, throughout the second half. But you did see some kind of leverage starting to give, towards Kansas City side. And you're like, all right, I feel like they got the momentum in this game. So just Kansas City overcoming the offensive struggles they had, and then Mahomes still being able to play within that circumstance. I think that speaks a lot to him because a lot of players get frustrated when things are not going their way. You know what I mean? As a player, if you're used to being able to do certain things, you can't do it, you get frustrated. So Mahomes, being the guy he is, so you know what? It's the Super Bowl. I've been here before. You know what I mean? It's not my first rodeo. He has tons of postseason experience, and he was able to lock in. And despite the mistakes and despite the lack of progress that they had, he was still able to, I'm going to find this guy open here, check down here, cross the middle here. I got a deep pass here. I'm going to just, whatever they're giving me, I got to be on the money 100%. I can't make no mistakes because this is the type of game that he's in. So that was my take on Kansas City. I don't know if you got any more to add to that.
My shit is for Kansas City. I think I had another take. It's not really a take. Let me ask you this question: how did you feel about Rashee Rice going at Patrick Mahomes? Did you like it or not like it?
Going at him in what way? You're gonna have to
because
refresh me a little bit.
So it was on one of the plays. I think it was in the fourth quarter where he was wide open. That could have, I think, ended the game in before overtime.
Yeah.
But he threw it to, it was a play when Fred Warner guarded Travis Kelce on that rollout. And he
okay.
Old boy was wide open in the middle. And then when they came back, like he was like barking at
Mahomes.
And I never really seen that from a receiver, let alone a rookie receiver.
A rookie, right, at that. So, and you talking to Mahomes. You ain't talking to no
right. So
you ain't talking to no regular ass quarterback. You better watch your mouth.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I liked it, and in terms of just like shit, feed me too. Like nigga, you don't just got the white boy over there, nigga. You got somebody else here that came alive throughout the season to help get them where they at now.
Right.
So
Fact.
I liked that part a little bit out of the rookie, man. He showed some to go at Mahomes, like you just said. Like that's. I don't think I've seen nobody do that. Not even Kelsey, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I agree with that. That speaks a lot about that man's character and his competitive spirit.
Right.
I think Andy Reid and Mahomes especially, because Mahomes is probably going to be around longer than Andy Reid. I think that's something that Mahomes can use and harness that competitive spirit, and it's going to happen, bro. That shit happens. Quarterbacks get into it with receivers. Receivers get into it with quarterbacks. Motherfuckers get into it with coaches and coordinators. That's what happens, bro. Like when you in the you know what I mean? Like when you in the heat of the battle and emotions are high and you want to win and you know what I mean? You felt like you was open on a play or somebody missed a block or this, whatever happens, you going to feel compelled to vocalize that, especially as a receiver going to the quarterback. We talk about the best quarterback in the league, regardless of who won MVP. Let's be real. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now. There's no debate. So
it is a debate, but I'm gonna listen.
there's no debate. Mahomes he's the best right now. It's clear. But yeah, we talking about, a guy that doesn't miss a lot of throws. Mahomes is usually on point, So, and Rice knows that. Like, he has a level of expectation for Pat Mahomes based on how the season went. Rice had, like you said, Rice had a really good season, especially for a rookie. Nobody knew who Rashee Rice was until he started, kicking up throughout the season. So, yeah, I like that too, man. I like that he, when at Mahomes, I'm open. Like, I'm saying, look for me. Number 87 ain't the only one on the field, So I agree with you on that one.
All right. Let me see who said that. They said there's no debate. Stop it. Who said it? Who said it?
My boy Trav. Trav, what's good, Trav? Yeah, there's no debate, man, with Mahomes, brother.
What?
Come on. Who you going to debate him with?
Your guy Burrow and Lamar.
I can't say that because Burrow hasn't won a chip. He got to win.
I mean, I hear you.
He got to win. Now, granted, Burrow was hurt, so who knows how the season would have played out had he not been hurt. But you still can't debate it, bro.
Yes, you can.
I mean, Mahomes is the three-time Super Bowl champ.
You absolutely can still debate it.
No, three-time Super Bowl champ, three-time Super Bowl MVP.
So here's the reason why I feel like you can debate it, dog. Because there's a lot of different stuff that goes into a game. So look, and this gonna kind of fall into my next thing. Just because you have championships, that don't mean you the best at it, bro. If that's the case, we can go into basketball because there's people who got more championships than Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, whoever you want to have as your GOAT. But they don't say they're the best. So just because you have the championships don't mean you the best. Because let's be real. Damn near throughout that whole goddamn game, Mahomes didn't play good at all.
So why do you regard Tom Brady as the GOAT?
I don't. It's not the fucking championships. It's just what he's done throughout his career. Nigga, it's not just the championships, nigga. Being down in the Super Bowl 28-0, whatever the fuck it was when he did that, and came back and won a game. Doing that numerous of times, dog. Like seeing shit that he's done throughout his fucking career. You're talking about a 20-year career of what he did. So it's not just about the Super Bowls. Because again, Super Bowls don't just mean you're the best player in whatever particular sport you in.
So are you telling me Joe Burrow's a better?
No, I didn't say that. I said y'all said his hands down. I said it's debatable.
So who would you debate?
No debate.
Huh?
You and your man Trav said there's no debate, but it is a debate because Burrow may be better than Travis at the quarterback position.
Better than Pat, you mean?
Yeah. Better than Pat. I said Travis.
I'd have to. I'd have to disagree, man.
Why? Only because he didn't win no championship.
Yeah, you got bro. That's part of your resume.
Okay,
that's the reason why Dan Marino can't be in the conversation because he never won, even though he had all the numbers.
So then I never. So then why is the public putting Mahomes in the same category with Brady? Since y'all want to go off of championships, why y'all putting him in the same category with Brady then? Since that's what we're gonna go off of championships. How the fuck is he even close? You need to keep this nigga with the motherfucking Eli's, the fucking shit. He ain't even reached Joe Montana yet. Like, keep him down at the bottom. You don't even put him up there with the greats then. Since we're gonna do it off of championships then. That's all we're gonna go off of is championships. Don't say he's the greatest ever. Don't even say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Nope, because he's not, he don't have fucking 7.
So here's my debate. Here's my argument.
Here's your debate about it. So it went from Mr. Championships, to now where he got 3, but he's just been marvelous. Like, come on.
Here's my take on it.
Go ahead, get it off.
So my championship argument is the argument against Joe Burrow. The fact that he hasn't won. He's been to one Super Bowl and they lost.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Look at Mahomes' entire resume and what he's done in such a short period of time. He's been in the league how many years?
7, 8.
Look what he's accomplished. He's won 3 Super Bowls.
Okay.
3 Super Bowl MVPs.
That's cool.
2 NFL MVPs.
Still do not put him up there with Brady again because Brady did the same goddamn thing. Hold up. Brady did the same goddamn thing in his short amount of time as well. And he's a 6th round pick. So it's not expected for what he did. Mahomes was a first round pick, and they fucking traded up to go get the nigga. So it's different expectations of what you got to do when you get drafted a first round
pick. This is not a Mahomes Brady debate.
I get that, but I'm just explaining to you. As the public, y'all say, people saying he's the GOAT right now. He's the best quarterback to ever play. If you ain't saying that, then you saying he's up there with fucking Tom Brady. If you was watching Sports Center all day today or any one of these sports outlets, they was like, here's Brady on the motherfucking Pat McAfee show. They was like, well, do you think he's up there with you and all that? Like, come on.
So let me ask you this question.
Please.
If Pat Mahomes didn't exist, would you compare Joe Burrow to Tom Brady?
Would I compare him to Tom Brady?
Yes. Would that be a conversation?
Why would I do that though?
Exactly. That's my point.
Oh no, but explain to me, why would I do that though? You said all I'm saying is I'm just
I'm going to explain it to you.
Look, I'm questioning the best quarterback. Hey, you could win 10 championships, but it could still be somebody that could be as good as you. You just don't have the best team up there that can even Matthew Stafford is kind of up there with Mahomes as well, fam. He ain't got all the rings to do it, but fam, I'm talking about as the quarterback position. You can't say he's the best quarterback in the league. You can't. I can't agree.
I can say it. So I mean, if you don't want to say it, that's fine. But so who's the best quarterback in the league?
I don't really got one.
So how you gonna sit here and argue me then if you don't even have an option?
No, but y'all said it's not debatable. The reason why I'm saying that because it's
always just throwing a name. Just because you can throw a name out don't mean it's debatable.
But what I'm telling you though, all I'm saying, and I gave you two quarterbacks that and y'all was like, nah. I said Lamar and Joe Burrow, and y'all was like, no, because he ain't won. Hey, sometimes you don't got the same team. It's a lot of different things that go into the game. It still don't mean you're the best quarterback in the league, though. So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You still haven't answered the question. Who's the best quarterback? Who's the best quarterback? You can't even say it.
I don't have one.
Oh, my Lord. You don't have one. Bruh, come on, fam.
I don't have one.
Come on, fam. We can move on. We can move on. Like we said, if you don't have one, then Mahomes is the best quarterback. If you don't have anybody, that's what I mean by it's not debatable.
It's only because of his championships?
It's his entire resume.
All I'm asking you
is the Super Bowls and the Super Bowl MVPs go along with that.
Okay.
It's everything he's done in a short period of time. There's nobody in the league right now that has done what he has done. Therefore, it is not debatable. He is hands down the best quarterback in the league, bro.
Did Patrick Mahomes play good last night?
It does not matter.
At the end of the day, all I'm doing is asking you a question. No, I'm asking you a question now.
No, he didn't play that good, but he still won the Super Bowl MVP. At the end of the day, nobody's going to be like, oh, he didn't play that well in that third Super Bowl.
We not doing he still won his third MVP because they just get it to the most popular motherfucker on the goddamn team, and it's damn near the quarterback, fam. So we can't just say that. That MVP shit.
Okay, so take it away from every quarterback that's won the MVP, a Super Bowl MVP. If that's what you want to do.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's because that's what you tried to use as one of your arguments.
It's part of his resume.
He played good yesterday.
No, he didn't play as well as he usually plays, but he still found a way to win.
When did he start playing good?
He still found a way to win. They still marched down the field in overtime.
When did he start playing good?
Overtime. He did enough for them to win.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
None of that other shit matters.
That's all I want to know.
It doesn't matter. You see the picture. Who's holding the trophy? Him or fucking Brock Purdy?
That's all I want to know.
Okay. Third Super Bowl MVP. Nobody in the league is touching that right now.
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, is there any other quarterback in the league other than Matthew Stafford that has a ring? I'm waiting.
Russ.
Oh my God.
You asked me a question. Okay. I give you an answer. Right. Oh my God.
Okay.
Do Russ not have one?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
move on. Let's move on.
Question. I gave you a motherfucking answer.
Russell fucking Wilson.
Do we have a championship? Break, dude. Do we have a championship?
Give me a break. Huh?
Do he have a championship?
Yes, he has a ring.
That's what you asked me.
But you're not gonna debate Russell Wilson and fucking Patrick Mahomes.
That's all I did was just say he has a ring, fam.
I don't know what you got going over there. I can't see you no more.
All I said was he have a ring.
Yeah, but come on, that's not up for debate at all.
You tried to act like he was the only person in the league to have one besides Matt, and I gave you another nigga.
Ain't nobody checking for no damn Russell Wilson.
Okay, I feel it.
Let's move on. So, San Fran, you got any takes on San Fran?
Yeah, I do. What the fuck is my shit going off? You can give your take. I'll give you mine afterwards.
What you got going on over there, bro? You looking up at the sky and shit? What is there, a mosquito or something in there?
It's just a new fucking electrical thing in here.
But
go ahead.
Trav said Nick Foles is technically still. Is he on anybody's roster? Hey, you know what? Flacco got a ring. You ain't mentioned him.
I forgot.
Of course.
All I did was answer your question.
Okay. You're right. You did. I asked your question. You answered it. I give you that. I give you that much. As far as San Fran, bro, this is the thing that gets me with them. Their offensive, quote unquote, weapons. When you look at their offense, you got Brandon Ayuk, you got Christian McCaffrey, you got Debo, and you got George Kittle, right? So most people would look at that and say, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? You got two solid receivers, you got a top 5 tight end, and you have a top 5, some would argue top 3 running back. Most would argue top 3 running back, right? And you would think you'd be able to have some kind of production with those players. For some reason, bro, I just don't understand how you can't get George Kittle involved more. I don't know if this is on Kyle Shanahan or what. Debo, like you made a comment yesterday that Debo Samuel is not a true receiver, right?
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
I don't think he have enough tools in his bag.
When you say enough tools, what are you talking about?
So on the line, man, like if you know you're not like the fastest person,
okay,
kind of like what's number 17 in Oakland, Adams. He's not the fastest nigga, but on the line, that's what create his separation.
His release,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, his release. Mm-hmm. So I think that was one of those things. His hands yesterday didn't look too solid. He had a few drops because he had like 11 targets and I think he only had 3 receptions.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. So his hands is not, consistent.
Who, Debo's hands?
Yeah. Okay. But I think this kind of goes into it's an excuse. It is an excuse, but the way they kind of like play him throughout his career, he'll be a running back, then a receiver. I think he probably can't adjust back. I don't know. I can't say. I just don't think he's one of the so much of a great receiver, man. That's just, especially after what I seen yesterday. All the shit talking he do, he really ain't do shit this year, dog. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I don't think he trash, but it's just yesterday wasn't one of his best days. Not on the ground running or in the in the receiving end. You disagree with what I say?
No, I don't disagree with that. I think Debo's a gadget guy. Like the way they use him, they use him as a gadget guy because I don't think he possesses the true skills as a receiver, every down receiver, like you said.
When he was at South Carolina, was he?
No, he was the same type of player.
Okay,
he was the same type of player. I mean, like you said, he's not the fastest dude. He doesn't have the best hands. He don't run the best routes. Like he doesn't have one particular thing that he does better than anybody else. But he's special after the catch. I will give him that. Once he had that ball in his hands, bro, he makes shit happen. I'll give him that. But as far as getting out there on that line as an X, going through the route tree, getting the separations on the routes, and just kind of working the DBs and things like that, like you say, he really don't have that in his bag. So Shanahan has been able to scheme him up as a gadget guy, running him quick screens, end arounds, lining them up in the backfield, just trying to create mismatches on the field, because how special he is after the catch. And once he has the ball in his hand, they wasn't able to do that. KC defense was all over him, bro. He had a couple handoffs. I think he lost yards rushing wise. I don't think he had any positive rushing yards. And then, as you said, he dropped a couple balls. He wasn't able to get separation. They tried to take a shot with him down the field, which I don't know if I've ever seen San Fran try to go deep to Deebo Samuel. That's usually a Brandon Ayuk thing.
Right.
The Kittle thing, bro, I just think that's a travesty that they don't use George Kittle more in the passing game. He's a phenomenal blocking tight end.
2 receptions, 4 yards.
Huh?
2 receptions, 4 yards.
Come on, bro. Come on, fam.
No, I think it was 2 receptions, 2 yards. Because I put that nigga to get 40 and he still needed 38, if I'm not mistaken.
Trav said Deebo was hurt. So it's hard to judge him for real.
We're not going to do that because the game when he played against, no, he didn't play that game when they played against
He didn't play against Detroit. He was out. He's had some time to rest.
Yeah, I can't.
But whether or not he was 100%, I mean, wasn't nothing wrong with his hands. And if he's not 100%, then don't take a shot with him down the field. Don't give him the ball in the backfield. Don't put him in these situations where he can't be effective if he's not 100%. That's my.
I'm gonna say it was more so the big moment type for him, bro. I think that's the stage for the Niners. Nobody on the offense looked at like they want. Even y'all man Christian McCaffrey didn't kind of like do his normal thing. He had a decent game, but he wasn't the Christian McCaffrey that we've kind of been seeing throughout this whole season.
Yeah,
he won Offensive Player of the Year, right?
Yeah, he had the one key play, but it was a trick play where Purdy threw it to Jawan Jennings, and then Jawan threw it back to him. So it was like a little trick play that they had set up, and that was the only time he was able to be effective. I mean, he had a couple runs where he broke off 5 yards here, 6 yards there.
He was better in the receiving game. He had 8 for 80, 1 TD. Christian McCaffrey.
He had 8 catches for 80 yards.
Yep.
So he was more involved in the passing game than the rushing game. And
yeah, man. I just felt throughout the Super Bowl on the offensive side, San Francisco, like they were scared of the moment, bro.
They've been there. I mean, that, and also, I mean, we got to talk about Kyle Shanahan, how he's now 0-3 in these big games with leads, going into the fourth quarter with leads. He's up, and for some odd reason, he manages to fuck these games off, bro. He did it with Atlanta, which was one of the biggest. I mean, come on, that was one of the biggest trick-offs I've ever seen. Atlanta against the Patriots. He did it when he was in San Fran before. And here we are again. So
he
got to be held accountable, bro.
But what turned the whole game around was that goddamn, was it a pick or fumble on the 10-yard line, on a 20-yard line? That's what changed the game around.
Fumble.
Who fumbled it?
The returner, the punt returner.
Yeah. That's what changed the whole game around, fam. But if that didn't happen, fam, I think KC was done.
Yeah. We had not a lot, but there were some key turnovers that.
It was a lot.
Well, you had Pacheco's fumble.
Pacheco never fumbled.
Right.
Like, come on, fam.
And these were fumbles into the fucking red zone.
Right, on good drives.
Long drives. It's like, all right, we about to punch it in. Fumble. Pacheco fumble. McCaffrey did the shit on the first drive. He fumbled in the red zone.
I think Pacheco on the second drive, he was like right after McCaffrey, he came back and fumbled too.
Yeah, man. It's San Francisco had plenty of opportunities, bro. I just don't know, man. What is this? Their third Super Bowl loss?
They lost
because they lost to Baltimore. They lost to KC the first time, and now they lost to KC again. So that's their third Super Bowl loss in what? 10 years, maybe? Past 10 years?
I don't know when the fuck old boy was the quarterback way back when.
Kaepernick.
Yeah. I can't remember how long ago that was.
Yeah, somebody fact checked that for us. But yeah, man, at least since 2010. So we can go back 15 years, at least 14, 15 years. They've been up there. And I think, they going to be in contention again. If they can bring back that same team with that same defense, I think they.
I will say this. I've been giving Bosa and
Chase
Chase Young
Young. He finally
all the time.
finally showed up.
Hey, both
Both
of
of
them.
them.
Both. You know, they came out and played, dog. They had a great. They came out. The defense ball. Greenlaw going down, man, with that Achilles injury,
Oh
fam.
man, that shit right there, bro. A
That's a
freak
hurt
ass
piece,
injury,
dog.
man. Running off the sideline. He tears fucking Achilles.
You go back and watch the replay. You see the
Yup, you can
motherfucker.
see it.
Wow.
It's like somebody had a pair of scissors behind him and just clipped this shit.
Right.
Ugh,
Yeah,
it was
dog.
crazy,
Like
bro.
that.
I hate to see that
I
shit,
don't-
man. Especially
I don't know how old he is, but I hope he's young that way he can come back.
yeah.
You know he's gonna miss next season.
Oh
At least
yeah, for sure,
majority of it.
for sure. He's gonna be
So,
down for a
man,
minute, and that's one of their key players, man. He linebacker next to Fred Warner. Just Fred Warner gonna have to step up without having a guy like that next to him.
He had a good game yesterday too, because I've been critical of him.
Yeah,
he had a good game yesterday.
He was balling.
He was sideline to sideline, man. So, I still do after all this, San Francisco still could have won the game in overtime.
So speaking of overtime, I don't know if you had something you wanted to add.
Overtime. What did I?
So I'm gonna say it. So there was an article, or there was a couple. I don't know if you could.
Oh, they didn't know about the shit.
They were unaware about the overtime rule.
That's not true. That's not true. You can't tell me you play in the NFL and you was unaware.
I'm just going off of. They said this.
I haven't heard not one person say that from a San Francisco.
Go look at the article. So the fullback said it. Fullback was one of them. Kyle Juszczyk.
Well, ain't no such thing as a fullback in the NFL no more, so I can understand him not knowing. But everybody else, man,
don't do that to Juszczyk. Don't do that to him. Don't do.
Why not,
bro? He's
if you don't know the fucking rules, fuck you mean don't do that to him? Come on now, bro.
Shit, he wasn't the only one.
Hey, but this is what I would.
But why would you take the ball? That's where they fucked up at when they won the coin toss.
Who?
San Fran.
You're supposed to take the ball.
No, you're not, bro. No, you're not. Not based on the new rules. No, you're not.
Unless I must don't know the rules either. So
right, you don't know them either.
Hold up, real quick though. If you score a touchdown, that's a game.
No, it's not. See, you don't know the fucking rules.
See, well, then I don't know the
shit. They changed the rules. So if you go back to the Kansas City Buffalo game, you remember? You don't remember
this year? This year?
No, it was a couple years ago. Remember when Buffalo? Okay, the original rule was if you score a touchdown in overtime, ball game. After the Buffalo Kansas City game, they changed it, but it only applies to the postseason. The regular season is still right. You don't even know. Okay, let me break it down to you. Let me finish. So now, so you know. Let me enlighten you right quick. So during the regular season, it's the same rules, just as you know it. You score a touchdown, ball game. However,
so in the postseason is different.
Yes.
That is the stupidest shit alive.
Hey, that's fine. If you feel as though it's dumb, that's cool.
No.
Fact of the matter is,
you told me it's not dumb.
Yeah, I think it should be the same rule in the regular season.
Why you gonna change the rule just because we in a fucking postseason? Keep the shit the same, nigga. You have 4 quarters to win. If you don't do it in the 4 quarters, you get the bonus quarter, nigga. The shit shouldn't change. Well, then I'm not mad at them then.
Okay, so let me explain it to you. You can't say you're not mad because you just said there's no excuse for them not knowing the rules because they're in the NFL. You just said that. So you can't say you're not mad. You got to know the rules. That's your job. You in the Super Bowl, bro. It's not week 1.
No. For that, I thought the rules was what it was. I've never even heard they changed this motherfucker, bro.
You didn't know the rules either, bro. You didn't know the rules either.
That's a dumbass rule to change.
Okay, so let me finish explaining the rule.
But it still doesn't. So hold on. Let me ask
you
this
still
question.
Know the rule. Can I explain the rule first before you give me your take?
Hold up real quick though. You said if you take the ball first, what does that do?
Let me tell you the rule, and then it will make sense why I told you that.
I just want to know what would have happened if they took the ball first.
Let me tell you the rule, and once I tell you the rule, it'll make sense as to why I'm saying that. Let me finish telling you the rule. You don't even know the rule. The rule is, even if the other team scores a touchdown, you still get a chance to score. and you can go for 2. So you have the advantage. That's why it's dumb to take the ball. You want to kick the ball to the other team. Even if they score a touchdown and they go for an extra point, you can score and now go for 2 and win the game. So you have the advantage. So that's why you don't want to take the ball first. It's just like college, essentially. So that's why I said San Fran shouldn't have took the ball. You put the pressure on Kansas City to score. If they don't score, now you can go down and kick a field goal and it's over.
Nah, man, I can't. I mean, I hear what you're saying. Whoever do the rule change, what is the players committee? Whoever the fuck do this shit, that's some whole shit.
They did it because of the Buffalo Kansas City game. Everybody was mad.
Give a fuck. What's the reason why you did it?
Bro, don't be mad at me. I didn't make the fucking rule.
That's a dumbass rule.
Real.
That's crazy though. That's wild. Now I see why they saying that they know that's some bullshit. Though.
You gotta know the rule.
But you understand they change so many rules every time. So right now they about to change a whole bunch of rules. So nigga, so many rules getting changed, like, which is stupid. Like, keep the shit the fucking same. Stop changing all these dumbass rules, man. And that's a dumbass rule because in the regular season is one way, but again, once we go to the playoffs, that shit is trash.
So I'm gonna add this to it.
That's crazy.
When overtime started, they went to a commercial break. During the commercial break, they posted the rule throughout the stadium so that the fans would know what the fucking rules was.
It's a reason why they did that.
Right, but that's even more of a reason why you adjust your strategy. So if you don't know the fucking rule, now you see the rule. Oh shit, it's not the same rule as the regular season. So now you have a chance to make adjustments. But it's still your responsibility to know that rule, bro. As an NFL coaching staff and as players, it's your responsibility to know that rule. You can't be like, oh, I didn't know, and then now it costs you a fucking Super Bowl? That's crazy. You have nobody to blame but yourself. It's your responsibility to know those rules, bro.
No, because you can't say it's one way throughout the regular season. Then once we get to the postseason, now rules change of a fucking football game. That's the stupidest shit. And I'm not gonna put that on the coaches, fam, because that's some dumbass.
And Trav said the refs explained it to you.
I don't give
a fuck. The refs told him, hey, get the rules of overtime.
You cannot say once we get in the playoffs, rules change. That's
you focusing on the wrong thing, brother.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You're focusing on the stupidity of the rule change. And that's going to cost you a game.
One way, and then say once we get to the postseason, it's a different way.
Right.
That is dumb.
Okay. You so focused on being mad that you're going to lose the game. You're going to lose the game because now you don't agree with the rule change. Even though it benefits you. That's the crazy thing. You don't even understand how that rule benefits you in overtime.
I understand that now, but I'm just saying it's dumb as hell. You want to change rules from regular season to postseason. That's trash. Just change the shit the whole season.
Damn, you cannot do that, bruh. So if a GM say, yo, we got to let you go because you didn't know the overtime rules, who's going to be your argument?
I'm not about to go over these scenarios. We talk about something that happens in the game from a regular season to a playoff game.
Right.
I'm sorry. I can't agree with that. We're not going to agree. We probably just got to move on. I just said that was the dumbest thing the NFL could have ever did, which that's what they've been doing as of late. That shit is trash, fam. Like, I'm sorry. That's crazy. That's
crazy.
Man.
Hey, man. Whether you want to agree with it or not, that's on them, bro.
That's wild.
I'm holding the head coach accountable and the rest of that coaching staff.
I get why you're saying it.
You get why I'm saying it, but what?
I get why you're saying that part. Like, yeah, they should know. But I just feel.
What do you feel?
You've been doing it this way throughout the regular season. And now we're getting the playoffs, and then it's like, damn, let me switch because now we're in the postseason. Like, come on, fam, why would you do that to people? Like, they don't already got so much shit on their fucking head. As a head coach, you deal with so much shit. Now you want to change rules from regular season to playoffs. That's stupid.
These guys are getting paid millions upon millions of dollars to be able to keep up with this information. There's no excuse.
Bro, I don't want to hear, nigga. Do you know how many motherfuckers get paid so much money and fuck up with shit? That's just part of life. So you can't say just because they getting paid millions of dollars on this part.
It cost them a Super Bowl.
Well, it did. I'm not gonna say that cost them a Super Bowl because you had 4 other quarters to play better. But still, that's just a dumb ass rule.
I feel like had they
on the show because I'm saying that they not taking credibility.
Hold on, what happened?
Your man Travis said H is killing the credibility of this show, saying coaches shouldn't know the rules is insane.
No, he said it's asinine.
You shouldn't change shit from regular season to the playoffs. I think that's the stupidest shit. That shit don't make sense.
Hey man, bottom line, you got to know that shit, bro. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You got to know the rule changes. These coaches, they attend meetings in the off season. It's not like the NFLPA conducted a meeting and changed the rules and didn't notify the coaches, didn't notify the staff, didn't tell anybody. They're involved at anytime there's any kind of change, whether it's rules or whatever, conduct, policy, coaches have to be informed. They have to be involved in the meetings and they have to acknowledge that they're aware of whatever changes took place. And it's that coach's job. Listen, it's that coach's job. It's his responsibility to communicate that with his staff and with his players. So if they fucked it off and they chose not to listen, that's on them.
Right. I didn't say that though. I'm saying it's stupid though, because you're changing shit. Let's say for instance, okay, real quick, just understand this. Let's say for instance, they go to 3 over 4, 5 overtimes throughout the regular season. And there's been, and that's what is programmed in your mind. Now, you know what? Now, when the playoffs or the Super Bowl, now everything, now it's changed because you want to do a rule change from regular season from the Super Bowl. Like your mind is not, nigga, no, you have to understand, fam. When you're in the Super Bowl, like it's so much shit you're thinking about. This is the biggest game of your fucking life. And now, oh, damn, a rule change. Now I gotta remember, oh, fuck, I gotta. And then it's something that's been changing up and down. Like, it's not like it's been a history of the NFL rule. It's a fucking crazy rule change. And it's not, I could see if it was like the whole season. You saying from the regular season to the fucking postseason, it changed. That shit is stupid to me. That's the dumbest, like.
And that's the thing. You're so focused. You're so focused on that's gonna cost you the game.
Because you're in the biggest game in the fucking world. Focus. What do you mean?
Focus. Lock in. Focus. Lock the fuck in. Know the rules. Simple as that. And like I said, the rule benefited them. It's not like it hurt them. It's not like they went the other way around, where it used to be both teams get a possession and now whoever wins the coin toss, if they score, it's over. I can see if that was the rule change. You might have a little bit more of an argument. But the fact that it also benefited them and they didn't know how to work their strategy according to the rule, that's on them. And maybe next year, if they make the playoffs, I bet they'll know next year.
Hey, me saying everything I'm saying is a reason why I'm saying it. It's a reason why you said they put it all over broadcast. They broadcasted it all over the stadium. The referee, it's a reason why. Because the shit is so stupid. So now it's like, goddamn, let's remind everybody because the shit is stupid. Like the shit is the stupidest shit in the world.
So
like, that is crazy.
Trav said you're right. They should have the same rule in the regular season, but that don't exempt you from not knowing what the rule is.
It's not,
I agree. I agree with you. It shouldn't be a difference. And I'm gonna tell you here's my theory as to why I think it's different. They got TV contracts, and some of these games got to be done in a certain amount of time. So I think the way the rules are, and I think that's why the original NFL rule was put in place, where look, once we get to overtime, whoever scored, hey man, that's it. Field goal, touchdown, a motherfucking safety, whatever it is, ball game. Ain't nobody, we done with this shit. I think that's part of the reason why that rule started, because I always thought that was a dumb rule. It's overtime. Why not give both teams a chance to score or do something? Why does it come down to a coin toss and now it's on the other team's defense to stop the team from scoring? And then the ball game, they could just kick a motherfucking 88-yard field goal and we out of here. I always thought that was bullshit. So I like this rule change. But I do agree that it should also apply to the regular season. That would make the games a lot more fair if you're going to overtime. And they have leveled that rule out. Because it is, if the one team kicks a field goal, the game's not over. The other team gets a chance to either kick a field goal or they can score a touchdown, and it's ball game. So they did make an adjustment to the rule. But in the postseason, it's a little different because a lot of people felt like games shouldn't be decided like that because of the Buffalo-Kansas City game. That's the reason why they changed it. Because they was going back and forth, and motherfuckers was mad like, damn, that's bullshit. They scored a touchdown, and now the game is over. Had such and such got a chance to get the ball, they probably would have scored and we would have kept going. So I think that's why that rule only applies to the postseason. So, yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I don't give a fuck in terms of that. I don't care. All I'm saying is shit is stupid. And to be honest, the way that they had it the first time, whoever scored any point in overtime is the best way to have it. The reason why I say that,
say that again. I didn't hear you.
I feel the old rule was the best rule. Whoever scored in overtime should win the game. That should just end the game. It should not go back and forth. I mean, you get your chance if you don't score, if you don't get a chance. The reason why I say that is because you have 4 quarters to score, bro. I mean, to win the game.
I disagree, but okay. That applies to both teams. Both teams had 4 quarters to score enough to win the game.
So that's what I'm saying, though. So whoever went off the coin toss,
just decided at the coin toss. Whoever won the coin toss win the game. Why even continue to play?
Because just because you win a coin toss don't mean I can't stop you. I must have been doing something right throughout this game because I stopped you from winning and you stopped me from winning. So if that's just what I have to go to, that's just what I have to go to.
So who do you think has more of an advantage in that situation, the offense or the defense?
In terms of what? Winning the game from off what I'm saying?
No, just in general. In general, in any game, who has the advantage, the offense or the defense? Especially in today's NFL.
In terms of the kickers kicking field goals, they'll have the offense will have it, but there ain't no guarantee that they'll make it. These niggas be missing chip shots.
That's not what I asked you. Who has more of an advantage?
It's like going into a sudden death, nigga. Like you can decide who is going to win throughout 4 quarters. So now it's time to go to sudden death. We're going to see who wins the game or who scores his 1 point first.
But I'm asking you, who can score?
The defense will score too, nigga. You stop
right,
them,
but
nigga.
what's the probability?
You say championships win fucking game.
Defense wins
win the game. So
it's a numbers game, bro.
I don't know the fucking probability, so I don't know.
But it's offense. I'm gonna tell you.
How do you know that?
It's numbers. What do you mean? How do I know that?
Oh, you only saying that because the field goal, the nigga may kick a 60-yard field goal?
That
because the offense.
Yeah, of course. The offense scoring is a higher probability than the defense scoring. That's just regular, just math.
I can't agree with that because if that's the case, you'd have been scoring throughout the other 4 quarters, nigga.
Okay.
No, is that right or wrong?
No, it's not right.
Oh, okay.
It's not right.
You got your feeling, I got mine. So let me ask you this question. When it was that way, whoever possessed the ball first, did the offense always win the game?
I don't know. I would have to go back and look at that stat, but I'm willing to bet.
Then maybe you should do that before you act like what I'm saying is just so stupid.
I'm willing. No, I'm not saying what you're saying is stupid. I'm asking you who has more of an advantage. That's all I'm saying. But I'm willing to bet that the team that got the ball first won most of the time.
You can't say that though because the defense, they've been stopping you throughout the whole game, so it's a chance that they may do it again.
Okay,
fam.
We'll revisit this next week. Man. We'll revisit this next week. I'll go back and look at the stats, and we'll revisit this next week. I'm willing to bet that the team that got the ball first in the old overtime rules won those games a lot more than the other way around.
And off the first possession?
Yes.
Okay.
The team that won the toss and got the ball first, drive down the field to the 50 or 40, kick a field goal ball game. I guarantee you that happened more often than the other way around, where the defense gets to stop.
Even if it
no,
did.
You don't, bro. You can't do even if it did.
No. I'm just saying. I'm agreeing with you. So even if you want to say that, what's wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong?
You had 4 other quarters to win the game.
But you just answered my question when I asked you.
No. Hold on. But I'm saying though, what's wrong with that? Even if you do go score first, like why should you have if you don't score? Why should you get another chance? You had plenty of chances.
H. That's not that makes
No.
absolutely no sense.
What the fuck?
Why should you get another chance? Because the team that won the coin toss is getting their chance off of a coin toss, which is why I said if that's going to determine the game, then let the coin toss determine the game. The offense, whoever gets the ball first, has the advantage because the probability of an offense scoring is higher than a defense scoring. That's natural football numbers. I don't understand how you don't get that. How many times has a defense scored in overtime versus to end the game in overtime versus an offense scoring in overtime?
It's not
It
about the
almost
defense
never
scoring.
happens.
It's not about the defense scoring, though, but you can stop them niggas. That's why you playing the game.
Yes,
right or wrong.
you can stop them.
Okay,
I'm talking about advantages and probabilities.
That's all I'm saying, though. You stop them. If you stop them, then you get a chance. If you don't, then you won't get a chance. That, like, I think that's better.
This how Tom Brady won a lot of his rings. Huh?
Say it again.
This how Tom Brady won a lot of his rings.
What's wrong with that?
I just said I never agree with that rule. I like the new rule. I think both teams should get a chance to score in overtime. It's a tie ball game. You can't say, "Oh, you should have did this or that during the game." It's the reason why the game is tied.
What? Okay, you got your opinion.
So you don't like the college rules?
College rules is cool.
I think those are the best fucking rules. You give both teams a chance to score. That college makes everything, cool. It evens the playing field.
College rules is cool.
Okay. Hey man. Bottom line.
But it still doesn't even the playing field though.
For college?
So by you saying that is wrong, because then if you get defense first and that team score and kick a field goal, then you could go for 2. So it doesn't even the playing field on that either.
But you're getting you're getting a chance.
But you got the advantage.
You're getting a chance.
No, but you have an advantage.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Let's move. We're gonna go to the next topic.
That doesn't make sense.
Next topic. Next topic.
Oh man. All right. So originally we were supposed to have some guests on. But something came up, emergency came up, so they couldn't be with us today. So we just gonna rock out, with just us two, as normal. So normally we would do the grain game at this point with the guest. I don't know if you got some questions for me. I wasn't able to come up with any questions, any grain game questions. So I don't know if you got some for me. Otherwise, we can just, go right to the next segment.
Let's just go to the next segment because I ain't even got no alcohol. So.
Oh yeah, you out any motherfucking way.
We can go to the next shit.
Oh my goodness gracious! All right, so I got a question for you. Let me get these dudes off the screen, man. All right. What's the hardest decision you've ever had to make in life, and why?
The hardest decision I had to make in life?
Yeah. Maybe that should have been a grain gamer. Stumped him on that one.
The hardest decision. I'd probably just say, just stand out the streets, especially when I found out, Ken was being born, or just trying to change my life around. That way I can, just be a better father.
So staying out the streets. So you was out here.
And in terms of pretty much was and shit. It was been times where the life could have been ended, or I could have been locked up for the
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the life I have on earth.
Mm.
And I was just going down the wrong track and shit. Just made decisions to change, especially when I found out I was having Keon. I think that kind of like just changed me. Sometimes it changed people, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
For me, shit, it was a blessing. So sometimes I may, bullshit and say, kids ain't a blessing. That's just me talking out the side of my ass. But for that reason, that's where one of the blessings came in, huge for me.
So, like you said, for some people, they don't usually choose that path. They don't usually, stop fucking around in the streets, or whatever they got going on. They usually don't, choose the other path. So why do you think? Why do you think having Keon, or um, knowing that you had a child on the way, was enough to motivate you to, you know, change gears?
Shit, because I'd say another reason by that, seeing my brother,
Mm,
me and my brother used to kind of do what we did together. And then it was the time where he went away for like 5 years, came home. Uh, it's kind of once you get put in the system, you're not gonna get it's kind of hard to get out the system. And in this day and age, I think it's a little bit better because you got social media, you got other stuff where you don't have to go fill out a job interview and try to get a job. Like it's people that come home from jail now and more successful than a motherfucker who went to college for 10
right.
years. So, but during that time where it wasn't social media and other stuff, my brother, I seen once he got put into the system, it was no coming back. And even when he tried to rehabilitate his life,
Mm-hmm.
he fell back. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why he ain't here today. You know what I'm saying? Just for he was one of the ones that couldn't get it together.
Mm.
And I ain't want that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in my son's life. At the time, it was just only my son. Forever. At least to see him grow up and live his life. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the biggest decisions I made, man.
Mm.
One of the biggest decisions.
One. Got you. Okay. I respect that. I respect
Now let me flip it. You know what I'm saying? Reverse card on your ass. Uno.
that. Mine was moving to Arizona, man. Uh, Shit, this goes back to what, 2013? Yeah, it'll be 10 years next month. So yeah, man, being in Jersey, like I've said on this pod, I have a degree in psychology. My boy Trav, I went to school with Trav. Him and I had classes
That was in
together.
the same class.
We had a couple classes together. Not he was in a different major, so our curriculums, weren't like parallel. He had classes that were tailored to his, his degree and his study, his field of study, and same thing applied to me. But we did intentionally take some classes together. Um, and that was my thing coming out of school. I would, wanted to be a psychologist or be involved in some capacity, whether it be psychology, social work, or something like that. And obviously that didn't work out. um, so just being in Jersey, bro, and just shit just not moving for me, man. Just really didn't have much going on, bro, after graduation. Like it was just like I had a decent job that didn't work out, then transition into something else that was kind of like hit or miss. It wasn't like real consistent income, something that I felt like I can, live off of and sustain long term. So my cousin introduced the idea of moving out here. She has roots out here. And that was her reason for doing that. And I reached out to her and you know what I mean? I said, how would you feel if I, came out there with you? And she was all in. She was like, yeah, absolutely. Cause she was going to come out here by herself. And I imagine how tough that would have been on her. You know what I'm saying? So, and my cousin is like my sister. So I felt like it would have been, we would have been good. But it was just tough, bro. Like me growing up in Jersey. Yeah, I went to school in Ohio, but Jersey was like my home. You know what I mean? Like it was just hard. Like damn, I'm about to go to Arizona. I'm about to like go across the country. I had never been out here ever. I had been to Cali a few times, but that's it. You know what I mean? I had never really I'm like, man, it's about to be a 3-hour time difference. And I got you already know I got a crazy fear of snakes, right? And Arizona is one of the states that's known for, desert and, having snakes, diamondbacks, like all this shit was fucking with me. I'm like, man, what if I walk down the street and I just see a motherfucking, like it was just a lot of shit fucking with me, man. So that was it was tough for me to just overcome all these fears. What if I get out there, I can't get a job, I got to come back to Jersey, I'm back in the same spot. Like I was just thinking about all the negatives. So, and that's just how my brain works. Like when I go into a situation, it's like I'm always thinking about what can go wrong. I don't really focus on the positive as much. I'm like a realist and I try to make adjustments based off that. So that was my thing, bro. Like I was just, had to figure out a way to overcome that, man. I stepped out on faith and said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you
no, you good.
Why you did with your degree, go into that field and see what you could have got out of it? I shouldn't say why didn't you? Why did it help or not help, or why you couldn't, get a job in that field?
Yeah, I wasn't as committed to it. Like once I graduated, I still had my football dream. You know what I mean? Like with the whole arena football shit, and then, just me trying to stay in shape and just feeling like I still had a chance. You know what I mean? So the school thing was secondary for me, even at that point. Even things not working out how I wanted it to work out in college, and even still with the short, AFL thing, like I still was like, man, I feel like I still got a shot. You know what I mean? And that was the motivating factor for me.
Okay. So now we passed that. Your knees are done.
Beyond done.
Why is that not something you trying to see what you can get out of it right now?
It's something that I feel like I can always fall back on. Just having that degree.
You can't fall back too far, nigga. You're pushing 50, so you gotta start falling.
There's a lot of psychologists that 60,
I get 65. I get you say falling back. I'm saying, why are you not trying to, go into that shit right now?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm in a good spot right now, career-wise. I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. I feel like if that's something I had to do, I wouldn't have an issue, with trying to explore that avenue. And I would probably want to further my education a little bit more before going that route.
Why? For more money?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so now, because even last night, after watching the game, we pretty much had like a fucking podcast. A lot of this.
Yeah, I wish we would have recorded that. That would have been a classic.
Yeah, we should have recorded. You know what I'm saying? You had made a comment when you was to Chiefs, when you was like you do know psychology is my degree.
Yeah.
So it seemed like you know what I'm saying, like you miss it. So it's something you should do. Like just go ahead, jump in right now.
I'm not gonna say I miss it. I feel like psychology is a part of life.
Well, I shouldn't say miss it. You seem like you feel you good at it.
Yeah.
So just dive in and see what happened, nigga.
You're right. You're right. And maybe that's something I should, take a little bit more seriously, and I should try to tap in, a little bit more. But I feel like psychology is a part of life. Like just the way people think, what motivates people, what drives people, or what keeps them from being motivated, what stops them from doing things, me, for prime example. I think a lot of people are in situations where they're not doing something that they love, would love to do, or something that they would enjoy, where they wouldn't feel like they're doing a job, so to speak. It's like they're
feel like you love your job right now?
Say it again.
You love your job that you're doing right now?
I can't say I love my job. I can't say I love it, but I feel like I'm in a good situation. It's not like when we were, working for Cox Cable and it was stressful as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like we both did that job and we both had challenges every day. And that's something I definitely didn't see long term. But right now, I'm work from home. I pretty much, work at my own pace. And it's a good situation. I got good coworkers. I got a great boss. I make pretty decent money. I can, sustain my living and maintain my own household and take care of myself. So, and I can still have a little fun and, go out to eat and, do things like that. I'm not like struggling. So I feel like I'm in a good spot.
All right, all right.
So
I feel it.
yeah.
All right, you ready? I got a few questions. I'm gonna go with.
Let me pull up while you're doing that. Because
Nah,
I don't know.
I ain't gonna go to that one on this one. I'm gonna give you an easy up. It's an easy up, nigga. Remember how we used to run the routes before we get started in the route shoot? It was easy up. So here's the easy
Something
up.
light.
Yep. So how did COVID help or hurt you?
Ooh, shit. That's a good one.
Well, I shouldn't say. I shouldn't. Let me reword that. Did COVID help or did it hurt you? That reword it that
Um,
way.
I think it was a little bit of both, but I think it was more helping than hurting. Um, I'm an introvert, so I really didn't mind, being locked in the crib, not really having to go nowhere. I was cool, bro. Like I had y'all, we would do our little, FaceTime shit, jump on a virtual call or whatever. We did the Call of Duty thing. Um, you know what I mean? I was able to still go to the store, get groceries, and we were still able to survive. It's not like, we was just on 100% complete lockdown. We had the verses, like it was still shit going on that it wasn't that bad of an experience. You know what I mean? And then, obviously I lost my job. A lot of people lost jobs because, the jobs just shut down. We did get a nice little severance, so that helped, you know. But yeah, I felt like it was more of a help thing than a hurt thing. The hurt thing is like, as a whole, we lost a lot of people, due to COVID. Pretty much everybody, all of us had COVID. I had COVID twice. I think you had it twice.
More. Shit, I had like 4
Yeah, the
times.
photo. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. You know what I mean? Having to deal with that, and then going back again on what I said earlier, when you work for Cox, they made us get the shot. They made us get vaccinated. I didn't want to do that. I know you were vocal about not wanting to do that. We felt like it was a violation of our rights. You know what I mean? It was just a violation straight up. Like you about to pump some shit in me. I don't know what the fuck you putting in me. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't feeling that shit. And they gave us an ultimatum. It's like either you got to get the shot or you can't work here. And it's like, well, how am I gonna pay my bills? I'm gonna live, you know? So we had to get the shit. We regret it because Arizona ended up saying, well, you didn't have to get the shot. If you would have lost your job, we would have compensated you. It's bullshit. They should have said that when it was going on. Why you wait until the year after? After they done pumped us with Lord knows whatever. Then you got all these boosters and shit going on that there's absolutely no fucking way I would get a booster. But like I said, they made us get the shot. A lot of
Okay, let
people.
me ask you a question. I gotta
Yeah.
interrupt you on that. Let me interrupt you real quick before you keep going. So you get put in that same ultimatum. What you gonna do?
What you mean? Which one?
With your job? With your job? Because you gotta understand, even with us working with Cox, we never had to go into the motherfucking office, but they still wanted us to do it. So let's say, for instance, your job give you that ultimatum, and we kind of, because the little thing that you sent us in the group about, Tom kind of going back to what happened in 2019.
Yeah.
Remember the thing in the chat with everything that's happened? COVID kind of like starting to spike up again right now. They say, for instance, they give you another ultimatum.
Yep.
What you gonna do?
Shit. I'm gone.
Huh?
I'm gone.
So what you gonna do to pay your bill though, my nigga?
I have to figure it out. I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stand because I don't think that shot did anything, bro. I had COVID before, I had COVID after. It wasn't like it prevented anybody from getting COVID. I know everybody has their own take on that, their own theory and their own, whatever. I don't want to like argue with anybody about it, but I'm just speaking off my personal experience. I had COVID before. I got the shot and then I got COVID again afterwards. So I don't know what the fucking shot was
It doesn't prevent it. It's supposed to make your symptoms not as
it was the same, bro. It was horrible. I was in the bed, shivering, balled up for days, fucked up. So I could have did without the shit.
I feel it.
So I think I would have went through the same situation had I not got that shot. If I would have got COVID again and not got the shot, it'd have been the same shit. You're gonna be fucked up regardless. Just like you said, it can't prevent it. It's supposed to help the symptoms, but I don't see how it helped me. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's body is gonna react differently to different diseases, different conditions, or whatever the case may be. So trying to have this one thing fits all, that's bullshit. Because everybody is gonna just respond differently to different shit. My sickness and your sickness gonna be two different sicknesses. You know what I'm saying? You might recover faster than me. I might recover faster than you. Who fucking knows? It all depends on our immune systems. If we got pre-existing conditions, like all these things factor in as well. So I wouldn't have did it. Because it's like, for what? If I get sick, I'm gonna get sick. Just like the flu. I don't get flu shots. I can't recall a time where I've ever had the fucking flu. And I've never had a flu shot. So, and they compared it to that. They compared COVID to the flu. They compared the COVID shot to getting the flu shot and all that. They try to make everybody feel better about it by using the flu. And it's like, well, you can't sell that to me because I've never had the flu. And I've never had a flu shot. So I'm not buying that shit. So, but going back to, the original thing is, I wouldn't do it. And Tori said, if we didn't go to Olive Garden that day, who knows what would happen? Yeah, Tori's the one that put us on to Cox. He was working at Cox first. He told us about the paychecks was nice. I do miss the motherfucking bonus checks. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, fuck that. We ain't about to get them niggas no pub on our podcast. Niggas, fuck them niggas.
Trav said I didn't have COVID before, but I got the shot, but did after, and I'm 100% convinced I'd be dead if I didn't have the shot. Not to argue either, just giving my perspective. But that just speaks more to what I said. Like, everybody's body is different. The condition of everybody's body is different. How your body responds to different illnesses and sicknesses is different based on, if you got pre-existing conditions, if you got different blood types. Like, all this shit matters.
Hold up real quick, G. Mr. Travis, if you don't mind, can you elaborate why you say you 100% convinced you'll be dead?
Yeah, speak on that. But yeah, I think that's the case. That's the case for a few people. I think a few people in a lot of situations, it did help certain people in certain ways. But like my personal experience, I can't say it helped me because it didn't really, you know what I mean? I didn't see any kind of difference or change. And it could be because I got the which one did I get? The Moderna. I got the Moderna one. I know when it first came out, they had the Johnson & Johnson. Everybody was shitting on that. Then they had the Moderna, then they had the Pfizer. Which one did you get?
See, I think the Moderna, whatever that bitch was called.
Yeah, so I got the Moderna one.
which fucked me up because
you had some issues after the shot.
I got the shot. Nigga, I used this when I was in the gym heavy, so I was benching like fucking 3+. I ain't gonna put a number out there. I get the shot. I say 3-4 days later, bro, I could barely lift 95 pounds, nigga, on the bench.
Wow.
Nigga. Like that shit just, nigga, I just have so much pain where when I was on the bench, nigga, the right side wasn't coming up. And so I'm pushing this motherfucker that I just pretty much had to like stop lifting weights for a while. And it was like really, it kept me down after gym for about 2 months. Like I had to just do like leg shit or cardio. So it wasn't good for me.
Okay. So let me hit you with the reverse card. How do you feel like COVID helped you or hurt you?
So I think it did both for us, man. It helped me. It helped me. God damn, let me put this charge in. My bad. It helped me with terms of finding out knowledge about different shit that helped me and my family.
Okay.
Such as like the business side of life. Us getting like LLCs and different shit like that. like, cause you sat down and all you had to do was just study shit and find out more shit about life. That's the only thing it helped me out. It most so hurt me and my family in my eyes. For one, just the COVID shot, that what I just explained. With rent, just the way, you know, everything spiked up. Like once COVID, when we kind of like went back to normal, everything is fucking expensive, nigga. Rent, like
inflation,
bro, $4,000 a month, nigga, for a house. If you in an apartment, you paying 3 bands. Like, come on, man. Before that, everything was
car notes went up.
Damn, car, like everything just went up, man. Yep. It went through the fucking roof, dog. Like, so you know that hurts because it hurts our pockets. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. You know, look. Everything else went up except for nigga pay. So
except the salary. Yeah, the inflation, man. Right. And we still feeling it to this day. It's 2024, and we still feeling the effects of inflation from 3-4 years ago.
Another way. I'm gonna get to what you just put in there, Travis. Give me 1 second. Another way. Because now I start working from home, so now I'm not a person who want to be out in the public no more.
You know as social.
At all. I like to be in the house. Nigga, I told you that, nigga, we was on the 6 other day. Nigga, I don't want to be out there. Y'all niggas sometimes be like, man, let's go. I'm like, fam, I really don't want to go. It was sometimes streets had to like say, nigga, you have to get out the house. Like, nigga, go be with your friends.
You gonna get involved or I'm gonna knock your ass out too.
Right.
Make the choice.
Like, so I think that hurt real bad. And so now I really don't like just being outside. Like, I like to go get my food from a restaurant, come home. Shit, I don't give a fuck if it's a 5-star restaurant, nigga. I want to eat in my
take out
everything, fam. Like,
bag my shit up.
Right, bro. Like, so I think that hurt me, like, bro. Like, if I ever have to go back into an office or anything like that, I don't know how I would adapt. That shit would be very hard for me, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is very hard. And I think the most important thing, how COVID hurt me, well, I should say most important, but the worst thing is, you know what I'm saying? I lost my father due to COVID. My pops was a dialysis patient, and so pretty much how, I don't know if people know what dialysis is, but you got to get your blood clean 3 times a week. Don't do it, you will die, because he had kidney failure.
Oh wow!
So the medical industry, it's mandatory. I mean, if you was like, well, he had to go to get it done. It's mandatory that you had to, have the COVID shots and get the boosters.
Damn.
So my pops is already a sick person. Once he did that, he got that, very sick. He was hurt down bad. Then after that, you know what I'm saying, he got the booster. And that shot pretty much, it made my pops, like, I ain't gonna go into everything, but it just fucked him up bad.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, I lost my pops, due to that shit, dog. And you know what I'm saying? That was like probably one of the worst things I had to deal with in my life, losing a parent, you know what I'm saying, so far. And I done dealt with a lot of bad shit as well. I done lost my brother, but I think losing my dad was you know what I'm saying, that shit hurt a lot. And me and my dad used to go at it like buck heads, but it was always just him. You know how our pops is. We pretty much got the same pops. They from that old school area, just like everybody else. So just losing him, man, dog, like that shit really hurt me, dog. And I think that was the worst thing how COVID affected me, dog. And just to see my mama have to be by herself. They've been together for like 30, they've been married for 30 plus years, dog. And just seeing her have to do everything by her, by herself now. Like, don't have her person that she had, and seeing her just go through that, losing her son, then losing her husband, like, so just me seeing that from my mom, like, that hurt so much too. So that shit just hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I hate it. And I just felt like, I don't know. I just felt like COVID just didn't come out of nowhere. I felt like our government put this into us, into the universe, and fucked us, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know the reason behind it. I'm not very, I don't get into all that shit.
Conspiracy theories and all that.
But it just, it hurt. Mm-hmm. And then you want to give us a shot that you able to figure out that's gonna cure it or help whatever in whatever way within 2 months. But we still got motherfuckers dying from cancer every fucking day, and you can't figure that shit out at all. You know what I'm saying? Even though you got the cure, but at an age, but it helps the fucking country so much.
Right.
Oh, but COVID come, nigga. Now we got it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? you know.
Yeah.
But
Going to what Trav said, he said solely because I believe the vaccine's purpose is to mitigate symptoms. So without it, if my symptoms were worse, I would have been in the upper room. Only thing COVID, well, I think he kind of transitioned there, but so basically from a symptom standpoint, which I think is similar to what you just spoke about with your pops, where um, getting COVID and then the symptoms that occur as a result of having COVID. And I think if those symptoms coexist with any kind of pre-existing conditions, like I think that was one of the things, like if you weren't of good health, if you had certain pre-existing shit going on, if you get COVID, you're at a higher risk. So I think that's what that's what Trav is referring to. So in that way, getting the shot and having the shot helping mitigate those symptoms helped his particular situation. Then he said the only thing COVID helped me with is the expansion of working from home. I make way more money with Janelle. Janelle's his wife, and I working from home than before. So, and I think that was like, I think almost shit. Everybody experienced a transition, man, of being in the office and then just being from home. I mean, you work from home. I still work from home. I've had one job since then where I've been in the office. That was like a little over a year. But I think a lot of people still work from home, or they still work in some sort of isolated environment because there's a lot more drivers. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, those are still truck drivers. Those are still isolated environments. You're not like in an office setting. You're by yourself in your car. Yeah, you might have a passenger or whatever, but for the most part, you on your own. You know what I'm saying? So there was a huge transition, with being in an office setting, having coworkers, cubicles, a warehouse, whatever. You being around a lot of people and you're forced to socialize with coworkers. And that goes to what you just said, where you had been in the office setting. Did you have a work from home job prior to COVID? Ever?
Yeah, for like a few months, and I hated it. Then, you know what I'm saying? I hated that shit.
Right.
I thought it was the best thing. But I was like, oh hell no, this shit trash.
Yeah, so you transition from that to now, like, oh, I gotta work from home. Everything's virtual. I can't really like be, with somebody. You gotta communicate through a screen, and that had a grave impact, on a lot of people socially. And yeah, man, that's let's see. Tori said definitely helped me put life into perspective. Dealt with a little depression in the beginning, being furloughed from work and having to shut down my football program. After getting over that and picking myself back up, I feel like gained so much. Hold on, there's more to the comment. I feel like gained so much knowledge by having time to research the things that were intriguing to me, and most importantly, getting closer to my immediate family and friends. That was another thing too. I mean, me, I live by myself, so I really didn't benefit from that. But those that are, family men, they live with their wives and kids. They have more family time. You know what I mean?
I did love it.
Huh?
I did love that time.
Right. That was an added benefit.
During that time, we was all painting, nigga. We never painted before. We was painting. We was riding bikes as a family, doing puzzles, doing so much shit together.
Yeah.
You just got more family time. That was a good part, but I just think the bad outweighed the good too goddamn much for me to even remember the good.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's dope. And the depression thing, I think I experienced a little bit of that as well. Just being unsure about a lot, you know what I mean? Not knowing, like, when you think about it, it's like the way the information that they were putting out to us. It felt like apocalyptic, like it was the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like, damn, this might be it. I'm in this motherfucking 1-bedroom apartment by myself.
Yeah, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? You being by yourself, like you have nobody to really talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I'm like, damn, if I get COVID and it killed me, I'm in here by myself. Niggas ain't gonna know. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I ain't heard from T in a couple of days. And this is when I was in Peoria, so I was way up. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers would have had to check on me. So it's a little different. So yeah, I went through a stage of, I think a lot of people went through a stage of some sort of mild depression. And, there might have been weight gains, shifts in your weight, or I know a lot of people was doing like home workouts and shit like that, trying to stay in shape.
Shit,
Drinking.
If you could some at the store.
Say it again.
During that time, you couldn't even get no more. Everybody done bought everything up. You know what I'm saying? And try to do home workouts.
Yeah, right. The resistance bands, yoga mats, like all that shit was gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the drinking went up like crazy. Y'all think we drink now on this pod? Shit. During the pandemic, boy, them bottles. I was at Total Wine. I had a cart. I was at Total Wine with a shopping cart. That's how bad it was. I'm like, man, I need to load up because this is the only trip I'm gonna make for a whole another month. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, it was. So all that other shit was important, man. Just being able to interact with friends, whether it be through Call of Duty, whether it be just us jumping on like a FaceTime call, Facebook calls, just that little bit of interaction was, you know what I mean? That was important for a lot of people, man. And even like with the family thing, huh?
We had the Zoom,
the Zoom calls.
Yep. For the NFL draft, you know what I'm saying? We had like our little own draft party, you know what I'm saying? So that was, through Zoom.
Trav said shopping cart in the liquor store is wild. Hey, I was in there, bro. I was in there, man. I had my little severance money. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead, treat myself to a little sham. Had my groceries, fridge was stocked. You know what I'm saying? They had all kinds of everything, snacks, everything.
Hey, no, that's another thing, nigga. Early on, we couldn't even get groceries.
Yeah,
that's true. You couldn't even get no fucking noodles, nigga. You know I love me some motherfucking
the toilet paper,
beef, nigga. Chicken or beef.
Motherfuckers just taking the toilet paper. You couldn't even wipe your ass.
It was bad, man. It was bad. It was bad, dog.
That was a wild time, man. Like that's just one of those moments where we always gonna look back and you know what I mean. We gonna talk about the shit that no water, no toilet paper, Jackie, bruh. Motherfuckers was drinking out the tap. That's how bad it was, bruh. You couldn't get no water. It was horrible, man. It was horrible. But like I said, it was good and bad, man. You had to make the best of that situation. We had the verses, like you brought up earlier. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was a highlight. We look forward to who gonna be on the next verses. Somebody got smoked on the verses. Oh, they was trash. Oh, this verses was good. The Jada Kiss. We all remember the Jada shit with the locks. How they destroyed Dipset. And I thought Dipset was gonna win that shit, man. But it got bad. It got bad for them.
Hey, shit. My motherfucking gun collection got crazy.
Oh my God, bro. I'm glad you brought that up.
I was buying a gun every other week.
I'm glad you brought that up. Hey, let me tell y'all this, man. Bro, so for any of y'all out there or whoever's listening or whatever, y'all, if you stay in Jersey, New York, pretty much everywhere like on the East Coast, the gun laws are super strict, especially in New York and New Jersey. Like it's really difficult to get a license to possess a firearm. Like you just got to go through so much red tape. Out here in Arizona, completely different. It's open carry. Damn near anybody can walk into a gun shop and buy him a motherfucking gun.
No, so it's not like me
that, personally,
nigga. It's not like that. Not anybody. You still got to you just got to pass the background check.
I said damn near anybody.
Maybe
it's a lot of motherfuckers out here walking around with strapped up. Okay, so me coming from Jersey and living in that kind of culture where like having a gun was kind of looked at a certain way. Like a lot of people didn't carry guns. To coming out here and it being the opposite and you possessing other friends possessing guns and it just being a normal thing. Like it was normalized and it was just crazy to me. So I remember us having an argument. Like we went back and forth and I was like, well, I got a bat. I got a knife. I got, you know what I mean? Right. Y'all clown me. What we gonna do if somebody come in there busting? Like you can't defend yourself with the bullshit that you telling us you got. So that was one of the things for me during the pandemic where I had to, get adjusted. So I ended up buying me a gun. And we started going to the shooting range. I got comfortable with it. I would be at home, doing a dry fire and breaking the gun down, putting it back together, just getting familiar with it, man. And that was one thing, that was a growth moment for me personally, because I never thought I would ever, own a gun, shoot a gun, like any of that shit. I'm not like you know what I mean? Like, I don't be on that hood shit and all that extra shit.
Your man just said that.
What?
Your man just
I remember years ago we were talking and you were wrestling with wanting to buy one. Yeah, like it just, nah, man. But I mean, now, obviously, I own a firearm, and I remember, you and I and the fellas, we used to go to the gun range. You got a whole motherfucking arsenal. So, I pray for whoever tried to break into your crib. That's all. I doubt he gonna walk out of there.
Oh no, he ain't walking out.
Right.
No.
So
as it gone, tell his mama to bring out the black dress, baby.
So yeah, that was another thing for me, man. I was just like, man, I remember like one day just sitting there and I'm cleaning the gun, and I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. Like 10 years ago, there's no way in hell I would have even held a fucking gun, bro. And I'm sitting here cleaning the motherfucking gun, breaking it down. We going to the shooting range, comfortable as hell, bro. Like it was just, like it was nothing. So now I carry every fucking day. It's like American Express. Don't leave home without it. So yeah, man. That's another thing. Tree said, "Welcome to the Wild Wild West." Hey man, quick funny story about that. And I think I told you this story. When I first moved out here, they got Circle K's out here. So for y'all that live out here, live on the West Coast, they don't have Circle K's back on the East Coast. So I go into a Circle K, right? I go in the back, I get something to drink. I'm walking towards the front, right, to the register. And as I'm walking, there's a dude standing at the register. He's checking out. Fam, he got a burner on his hip with the handle out. And I see it, I'm like, what the fuck? I said, oh no, bro. I put my drink down. It was a bag of the chips and shit. I put my drink on the chips. I said, I need both hands. I need the I don't know what's about to happen, bro. If I got a duck, if I got a, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I got to figure out a way, because I don't know what this dude, I don't know what he about to do. I've never been in the convenience store or gas station and seen a motherfucker strapped like that with the motherfucking, he had a big boy too. Hey, that was like a Desert Eagle or something. I'm like, God damn. I said, oh, so I stepped back, put my drink on the chips, and I'm like, it's only me and him in the store. It's me, him, and the clerk. Ain't nobody else in the store. So if you want to get some shit off, that was the perfect time for him to get some shit off. So I'm like, oh my God, fuck. I said, of all times to go in the motherfucking store, man. So he paid for his shit and he walked out, right? But even though he walked out, I'm still looking like, I'm looking over the motherfucking rack. Like,
yeah, nigga ain't double back.
Make sure he get in his car, start that motherfucker, and leave. I walk up to the counter, right? And I'm looking at the dude. He looking at me crazy, right? Because I'm looking startled. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, did you see he had a gun? And he started laughing. He's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? What is so funny? And he's like, it's legal out here. It's open carry. I said, what the fuck is open carry? What are you talking about? He said it's legal to carry a gun. Like you can conceal it, but you got to have an extra license to conceal it. But if you got it on you, it got to be out. It's on you, so people can see that you have it, right? So I was like, oh shit, for real? And I ain't know shit about that, bro, coming out here. You know what I mean? I was just like blown away. Like, I can't believe people are literally walking around in the streets with the guns just out on their hips. That shit was just crazy to me, because you never see that in Jersey. If you're not a cop, you're not walking around, like, people can't see that shit. It's always concealed, whether it's legal or illegal. So that just blew my mind, bro. I couldn't believe that shit, man. I was just like, wow, that's Arizona. Whew. Like Tree said, Wild Wild West, bro. I was like, yeah, that shit real. I thought that was just a movie. No, these niggas is out here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. But
Where we at? Where we at?
you got another question or
It's your go.
oh,
It's
it's
on
on
you.
me, it's on me, it's on me. What we got, man? What's it? What advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
With what I know right now,
Mhm. Of course. What you know right now in your present situation, if you had a chance to go back and talk to your 18-year-old self in wherever you was in life when you was 18, what advice would you give that young man? Trav said buy Bitcoin.
oh man, I mean,
Stole toilet paper from work the day they sent us.
I would say it's a few things, but I mean, my mama used to always stress to me about paying your bills. If you get some, pay your bills. She used
If
to always
hold
do
on,
that.
say that again.
If you get stuff, whatever you get, always pay your bills. She used to always stress that to me. No matter what, pay your bills.
Got you.
And 18-year-old self, he ain't believe in paying bills. He said, fuck that, nigga.
He said,
Yeah,
"Fuck them bills.
yeah, nigga.
You
I,
gotta
I
come get
mean,
me."
you know what I'm saying? Having a credit card, like, nigga,
Mm,
max that bitch out the first day, not understanding all that type of shit. You
right,
know what I'm saying? And I just not understand you're not supposed to max out a credit card.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you do, make sure you pay before the 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Before the interest
Before
hit and
that, before
everything
that,
else.
that, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, just early on fucking up your credit, dog, because I think credit is, man, having credit is,
It's vital.
I think that's like one of the most important things in fucking
It's a
life
fact.
right now to this day, dog.
Yep.
Probably like, nigga, second to fucking breathing, nigga. Like, so just
Yep.
understanding that, dog. Like, well, I'd have just told, and so pretty much what I tell my, even though I know your question you asked, what I tell my 16-year-old son every day, nigga. Once you start getting that motherfucking credit, dog, Keon said, please, dog, just make sure you pay your shit, fam.
Hmm.
I promise you, dog. If you don't, nigga, it could fuck you in a long way when you ready to start being a man, quote unquote. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Seeing what life is out there
Yep.
about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to get a house, a car, nigga. If you do get a car, you gonna get the bullshit off the lot that you don't want. That you gonna get the motherfucking Firestone Pep Boys wherever you go to every fucking week. Like,
Hmm.
so I say that's one of the most important things, dog. Like, if I could go back and tell myself, I mean, now it got better, but at 18,
Right.
it would have been credit, dog,
Yeah.
and just taking care of that. And the other thing is probably going to trade school.
Mm. Okay. What trade would you have taken up?
I would say electricity. The only reason why I say that because my uncle used to have his own business.
Okay.
My brother used to go do that shit and work for him. I was too young to get a part of that. So, but I was always wanting to go with them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because my brother be bringing home money.
Hmm.
Like $200 when he was younger.
Right.
And I was like, damn. So I know if he's getting 200 at this time, this was like back in the motherfucking 90s.
Right.
Then I know that's a good business. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Great thing to do. So I wish I'd have did that. And I'm saying that, like I said, ask you about nigga, fuck it. Why I don't go do it right now? But I say electricity. I would say either electricity or being a mechanic. One of those two things I probably would have wanted to do.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, yo.
Yeah. I to answer my own question, I think I
I was
second.
about to ask
Right.
you, but
I pretty much second that. Trav said definitely financial literacy. That was pretty much my thing. Is just making sure I'm on point. Financially, just having that information, I think was just valuable. You know what I mean? Whether or not as an 18-year-old you're gonna implement that, or you going, you're gonna take heed to the advice. That's a whole nother story. But just being aware of it, I think would be huge. So I would definitely go back and what I mean. The whole credit thing, like you said, that's big, especially at 18. 18, you're considered an adult. According to the government. That's when credit card companies start coming after you. Um, whether or not you're on your own, as far as like getting an apartment, I imagine it would be difficult to get an apartment at 18 because you don't have credit history.
you can still get an apartment at 18,
Oh
right?
shit, I don't know. Um,
You just have a higher deposit.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, just establishing yourself credit wise. So, once you get older and you're ready to buy a house, you're not gonna have issues. If you want to buy a car, you're not gonna have issues. Um, whatever you want to do, if you want to start a business, you know what I mean? It just minimizes a lot of the challenges that you have, based on what you want to do as an adult when you have good credit. You know what I mean? It just puts you in a certain bracket where you can kind of move how you want to move. A lot of people with, mediocre or bad credit, it's just certain moves that they can't make. You know what I mean? A lot more obstacles. So um yeah, that's something I would definitely have to let my 18-year-old self know. And about the college thing, that's tough, bro. I always go back and forth about it because I'm in, college debt, you know what I mean? Student loans, which I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm willing to bet it's over 80% of adults are in some sort of student loan debt. Um it's tough, man. Because I don't want to say I would give up my college experience, especially with me having been going to like a HBCU. I think that was a very unique experience as opposed to going to a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution. Um, that HBCU, experience was different, man. And I'm thankful for, having experienced that. I'm thankful for the people that I met, the friendships that I started, and I still continue on to this day. Um, it's just hard for me to sit here and be like, I wouldn't go to college. You know what I mean? It's tough. That's hard for me to do that because now I'm eliminating all of those experiences. I'm eliminating the people that I met. I'm just completely just doing away with them, and I can't just sit here and say that and do that, regardless of the debt. And you know what I mean? Had I handled myself better, I probably would not have the student loan debt and all that. So I think me being able to go back and tell my 18-year-old self this, that, and the third, it probably would have set me up a little bit better throughout my college years. You see what I'm saying? I would have probably maneuvered a little bit better financially. So yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
You got something?
Man, yeah, I do. Your man say how niggas affording 18-year-olds afford. Well, back I'm talking about before COVID, pre-COVID.
No, we
Right
saying
now,
just applying and getting approved. Now, whether or not you're gonna be able to afford it, that's a whole another story.
back then you could. Today, because back then the shit was like $600, $500.
Yeah, it's
Today,
cheap.
I don't know if a nigga shit.
Yeah.
I think you need nigga help. Shit.
Motherfuckers have
Somebody gotta
roommates.
help. Nigga,
I mean,
yeah,
today
nigga.
people have roommates.
Do you believe in roommates?
I, you might have to rephrase that question. Would I do it?
Sure, if that's what you want. I mean, yeah, sure. You can even and I'm saying not with just a joke, some joke though. I'm talking about like with a friend. Would you be a roommate with a friend?
That's tough. I would probably have to lean on no.
I, I would never do it with a friend, a family member, nobody. It would have to be somebody I just, if I was to do it, it would have to be somebody I don't know. Because it's 100% going to ruin your friendship or your family, whatever, relationship y'all got. I know you had it with your cousin.
Right. I was just
And it
about to
worked for
go
y'all.
into that. And
I get that. It worked for y'all, but that shit doesn't always work. And it caused, y'all could have been the best of cousins growing up. You know how cousins, you grow up together. And then it's like just all over. Motherfuckers ain't paying their rent, or you could be clean. They not clean. You know what I'm saying? They leaving dishes. The bathroom fucked up. So like my mama told me he'll never get a roommate, nigga. That's something I kind of, I did though. I don't believe in that shit. No.
Yeah, that's. I mean, me and my cousin's situation was unique because you don't get a lot of the time where it works out like that, like perfect. You know what I mean? We had a 2-year plan. Me and her are pretty much like the same type of people. We clean, we're responsible, we make sure bills is paid on time. You know what I mean? So that's why going into it, I wasn't really, that helped me. You know what I mean? It made it a little bit easier to make that decision, knowing that I was entering that situation with her. And I'm sure it was vice versa for her. Like oh, I know Terrence is, you know what I mean? He on point. So I know we're gonna be good. So So yeah, it definitely helped, man. Like me being clean, her being clean, paying the bills, making sure. And then like the type of apartment we had, I was upstairs, she was downstairs. So it wasn't like we was really like in each other's space. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out, bro. We did our 2 years, we stuck to the plan, and she went and did her own thing. I did my own thing, and everything worked out. So I know every situation don't pan out like that. Motherfuckers be late with the rent, late on the light money, eating up the motherfucking groceries. You ain't bring shit in. You done drunk all my motherfucking orange juice. You eating all my bacon. Like, what the fuck? I done paid for all this shit. So, yeah, man, I don't know about the roommate shit. Especially now. Like, that would be, I'm pushing 40. So, that would be tough for me to, I mean, if I'm down bad, then you got to do what you got to do. But if I had a choice, absolutely not. So, yeah.
That wasn't my question. I just.
Yeah, I know. I know you was down.
I mean, I got 2 questions. This question, I don't know if it's going. I mean, I don't know if it's going to, pertain to you. You've been, such a good young man in this world. But I ask if it doesn't pertain to you, then
young man in this world.
We can go. I got a different question.
And it's Trav said T not a normal roommate though. The nigga is clean and responsible.
Yeah, he is responsible. I don't know if he's clean or not, but he's responsible.
Shit,
he don't let niggas over his house, so
I'm clean.
We wouldn't know.
God damn it.
We wouldn't know if the nigga clean or not.
Shit, my shit crispy. I don't know what you talking about.
All right. I didn't say you wasn't clean. I just say you don't invite your friends over, so we wouldn't know, dog. So
y'all can come through.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. All right. Have you ever, kind of like look death in his eye? Like, have you ever been in any type of life death situation? So, would you like to go into it, or I could go to a different question? Talk to me.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Ooh, man. Damn. I have one. I got 2 situations, and this is when I was younger. This is when I was a kid. Thankfully, I haven't dealt with anything like that as an adult. But as a kid, yeah, I had a life or deather. Which one am I going to tell you about? Oof. All right, I'll tell you about this one. All right, so I'm gonna try to keep it brief. All right, so I was 8 years old, and me and my cousin, not the one I was just talking about, this is a different cousin. We went to the same elementary school, right? So we would walk from my grandmother's crib to school. It would probably be like a 15, 20-minute walk, right? Mm-hmm. But when we walked, when we stepped out of the house, it was a major street, like a fucking 6-lane, 6-lane road that you had to cross over, you know what I mean, to get to the other side, and then you got to walk over the hill to get to the school. So, and I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. So people that are familiar with Newark, New Jersey know that was like the stolen car capital of the world at one point in time, right? Especially like during this particular time, motherfuckers was just stealing cars left and right, amongst other crimes that was going on, right? So this one day, and I was a motherfucker that always liked to run. Like I just like to just do shit, run, flip off gates, just, you know what I mean? Just do wild shit. So every day I would time the traffic light. So whenever it would turn red, whenever it would turn red, I'm out of, bro. I'll be at the motherfucking, like I'm a receiver, bro, waiting for the ball to be snapped. And as soon as that bitch turned red, I'm gone. So this one particular day, bro, I'm standing there and I'm waiting. It's a regular day for me. You know what I mean? I'm looking left and right. I try to be the first one to cross every time. Man, this one day, bro, I take off, dog, and I'm moving. And I got a book bag on with books. I'm moving, bro. I hear a police siren out of my right, coming from my right ear. Woo, 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 woo. And I hear an engine. And I look to my right, bro. And it's this cop chasing this car Come to find out, it was a stolen car. I didn't realize this till, later on. Bro, I look, fam, I don't know, to this day, I have no idea how I made it across that intersection, bro. I have no fucking clue. I just knew that car was going to fucking hit me and toss me all the way down the fucking street, fam. I'm 8 years old. I would have been dead on impact, fam. I don't know what it was, bro. I felt when my leg, like when your foot is up, like when you're in a running motion and your foot is back, bruh, I promise you, I felt the bumper clip the very bottom of my shoe, fam. That's how fucking close it was, bruh. Damn. I don't know. God must have put his hand on my back and kind of just, I don't know what it was, fam. I got across the intersection. Everybody that was standing on the corner, because this is like 3:00 in the afternoon. So it's other people out there, like, you know what I mean? It's not just me. Everybody's watching what's going on. They can't believe it. They're like, I don't know how you made it across there. They knew for sure I was going to get hit. So the cop stops chasing the dude. He pulls into the parking lot and then he comes out to check on me. Because he's like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck did you, like, he saw me at one point and then he didn't see me because the car was, you know what I mean? He's chasing the car and the car's in front of me. And then he see me just appear on the other side. And he's like, he shook. He's like, bro, I don't know how you fucking got across that damn intersection, bro. So he came and checked on me. I was good. My adrenaline was going crazy. I'm over here excited because I got across the fucking intersection. Like, I was just moving so fast. I'm like, damn, I outran a car. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, you're not really thinking like I could have fucking died. I was literally milliseconds away from just my life being over. So he checked on me. I was good. My cousin came across. She's fucking crying. She's in tears because she's literally standing there watching that shit about to happen. And she can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, that was just like, it was, I'll never forget that, man. I'll never forget that, bro. So, yeah, the cop came back. He talked to me and he was like, yeah, we were chasing a stolen car and this, that, and the third. And yeah, bro, that was one of them ones. I thought I was the fastest nigga in the world after that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Same question for you.
It's crazy. I told you I got like my whole little fucking, throughout the day, I just be writing shit. So I had this like a few podcasts ago.
Okay.
But I got shit, I didn't face it a lot. I don't know what story I can go to. I think I go to one story. This is me living in Arizona.
How long you just for the record, how long you been in Arizona?
Shit. 05, 04, 04.
So you what, 20 years?
Yeah, I'm a dub plus.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, yep.
All right. So you had just got out here?
Nah. This was this is around 2000. This is like late 2006, early 2007. Only if I remember this story because it has something to do with Keon.
It coincided with him being born?
Yeah. No, I'm about to explain to you.
Okay.
I shut up. Remember the timetable. No, you ain't got to shut up. So this is the time when my pops was still alive and my brother. So again, this was a while back. So me, my brother, and one of my partners, we was just chilling on the car. I'm like 19 years old at this time, 19 or 20, one of the majors.
Okay.
We chilling on the car outside of our apartments, just chilling, shooting shit. Just so it's just the way the neighborhood was set up, whatever. This car was just coming our way, and you know what I'm saying? You know, as you chilling, you watching as people drive by in your complex. You know, whenever somebody come, you looking.
Yeah. So
the car comes, and before I finish, I swear to God, this story is absolute the truth, and I wouldn't lie because it's gonna be kind of crazy when I get towards the end.
Okay. I'm wiping the sweat off.
The car coming towards us, we look like we did all the other 1,000 cars that came.
Right.
It's one particular car. It's a white man in the car. He comes. He goes that way a little bit. He stops his car. Again, it's me, my boy, and my brother. We chilling. He said he stopped his car. He opened the door and he was like, "We got a fucking problem." A white man. He's like, "We got a fucking problem."
Hold on. He's saying it like he asking you a question, or he making a statement like,
"Oh, let me finish."
Okay.
He opened his door. He said, "We got a fucking problem." I kind of I'm ready to I'm ready to go and go mode.
Right.
As I'm ready to say, "Nigga, who the fuck you?" You know what I'm saying? As I'm about to say it, nigga, like he pulled out his strap. Ooh. Nigga, he like, "We got a fucking problem."
What did he have?
I'm like a Glock.
Oh, okay.
He had a Glock.
Okay.
100% it was a Glock too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He see it. I was like, "Nigga, you got it." I was like, "Shit, we ain't got no problem here." You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like just try to, de-escalate the situation. So I can't remember I think he just said like, all right. And then he kept on driving.
Mm-hmm. I'm
like, man, we sat there for a second just in disbelief because it just came out of nowhere, fam. Like, we just chilling.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, at this time, we was living in Ahwatukee when it was kind of like all white people. So it's like a nickname for it, all white Tukey. So I get it's black people living in this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I kind of get mad. I'm like, man, fuck this shit, dog. And then so I go home. I'm going to get my gun. At this time, I'm still staying with my parents. I did have a gun at this time. Like, it wasn't licensed, but I had my shit. I'm going to get my gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My dad see I'm coming through the house. My dad see I'm furious. I'm upset. I don't know if this time I was going to get the gun to go kill him, or if we just going to be chilling outside, just to make sure I got my shit on me this time. I can't decipher which one I was doing it for. I'm just pissed off going to get my shit.
Mm-hmm.
My pop see me going to get, he see me go in the room, coming through, busting the door. And then, my brother kind of telling him the story. So now my dad hot. He pissed the fuck off. So he like, man, all right. So then my dad go get his gun. You know what I'm saying? Then my brother gets my other dad's gun. So we all got guns now. Now we kind of walking around the apartments looking for the motherfucker.
Oh wow.
The reason why
so y'all walking around with the straps out, like holding it.
In Ahwatukee, my nigga. I swear to God, my dad.
That's crazy.
Hey,
y'all niggas is wild.
Yeah, so I get my shit from my pops, as you can see. So
right.
I think my brother seen the dude first. My brother's like, "There you go." And so we walk towards this nigga, and then my pops say, he was like, "Yo, motherfucker, you pulled your shit out of my dad. You pulled your gun out of my kids."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah." And some shit like that. And then my dumbass brother steps in front of the nigga and about to swing on him. And then the nigga pulls out the gun. I swear to God, I know the story crazy as fuck. He pulls out the gun and he's like, "Nigga, you hit me, nigga." What to do? And say, "Nigga," but he's like, "If you hit me, I'm gonna shoot you." So now it's just like my dad. Now we kind of in stuck mode.
Yeah.
Neither one of us. We didn't pull it out because we got our shit tucked.
It's a standoff.
Then he got his shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really just thought my pops was just gonna talk to him, try to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So some kind of way we walk away. My dad comes to me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Brian, let's get this motherfucker." I'm like, "Pops, dog, my son on the way." This is what I'm telling you. This happened Keon's born in February, so it happened in January. Damn. I was like, "Dog, Pops, any other time, dog, I swear to God, I'd be ready to go. But I can't, dog, because I want to see at least I want to see my son born."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. And my pops, a backstory about my pops, I ain't want to say it, but it is what it is. My pops is like he's a drug addict, so he done did his shit, whatever he did at that time.
Yeah.
So he's not his mind is not all the way there at this particular time. So he's like, "Let's get this motherfucker, bro. Come on." This nigga spitting on me. He talking. He's so fucking mad. I'm like, "Pop, nah, I'm gonna just walk away."
He ready. Pop's ready to go.
Yeah. So because everybody's coming outside now, all white people coming. I'm like, "Nah, this ain't the time. We'll get him another time." Blah blah blah.
Hold on, right quick. How old was your pops at this time? You said you was 18, 19. right?
Yeah. So I was 19 for
You was
sure.
19. How old was your pops?
Yeah. Shit. He born in 61.
Okay.
Shit.
So 71, 81, 91.
2007 minus 1961.
So he was
Whatever
40
that
and some
is.
change.
Yeah.
Probably 45, 46, 47-ish.
Somewhere around there.
Okay. And
Somewhere
your
around there.
brother, your brother was how old?
My brother's 5 years older than me.
Okay.
So if I'm 19,
So he
he's
was about
24.
20. Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Pops was still with the shits.
Yeah. But again, though, he just, like I said, he was
Right.
He
Got you.
was doing drugs. So he not fully there, man.
Right. He got a
And I
short
just didn't,
fuse.
as much as I wanted to do it, like I'm seeing people come out as neighbors again when I was Tukey. Like I couldn't say let's do it. I couldn't give him the okay because he was ready. Because now the dude's like walking away. He's like, hey, get this. Like he was just so passionate about killing this nigga. Like nigga just in broad daylight. And I'm like,
damn,
Pop, this ain't the time. But
he on
that was like one of
some Bumpy Johnson type shit.
hey, that nigga, hey fam, that shit was. I mean, shit like that happened. I could give you thousands of stories like this, but that was just one of the times where I couldn't do it because I just wanted to see my son born, dog. And I just wasn't. It's just you gotta think, nigga. You about to pop a nigga with your pops. That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just think about that. So
yeah.
that shit was wild. And then here's the crazy story. Here's the flip side to it. Keon's born. This time I have my own apartment. I moved Treese and Keon in there. We got our own apartment, which is across the street. You know what I'm saying? I moved across the street from my parents to some different apartments. Here's the flip side to it. We were next door neighbors, nigga.
Who?
Me and the white dude.
No fucking way.
Swear to God.
Hold on. So how much time had passed since this incident and you realizing y'all was neighbors?
No, so we wasn't neighbors at this time.
Right, I'm saying yeah.
We moved.
Right.
About Teresa's in the comments. She knows, I would say probably, I don't even want to say Keon was a year, fam. So you talk about maybe like less than a year.
From this incident. Bro. So did y'all ever like talk? Did you ever see him and he see you, or did he recognize you?
It was
he
another
jumped in the patio. What?
So this is the incident where I wasn't home. So I don't know. I can't tell the other side of the story because it was, even though nothing didn't happen, but I can't tell the back side of the story on camera. I'll tell you when we're talking later.
Okay, off mic.
Yeah, but that part, it was a crazy ass story, fam. I swear to God, nigga, everything I just said, nigga, is the God's honest truth to my dad's grave, nigga. It was just some crazy shit, fam.
Wow.
Like I've never been stuck in a moment like that, but that was the only time I ever been stuck. I don't know if it's because me and my pops was about to have to do something together, or I was solely me wanting to see my son being born, because that was my argument to him. Like, dog, I can't do it. I know if even, let's say, for instance, we get this nigga and nothing happens to us, everybody's looking at us. Nothing but white people that came out.
You got all these witnesses.
Bro, I'm just like, man, I want to see my son. I told you, that's what kind of changed my life around. I want to see, everything change in my life. So but that was one of my near.
Had Keon not been in the picture, Lord knows how that would have played out.
That nigga would have been, he'd have been there. And my pops is my brother. We'd probably be in jail for the rest of our life, because it wouldn't be self-defense, because we went back looking for trouble. Whatever happened, you can't go back looking for trouble. You're supposed to call the cops.
Right.
So we can't say it's self-defense anymore, nigga.
Yeah, and you talking about three black men versus a white man.
Right.
So
in our Tukey, we definitely would have been
and all white Tukey.
Right. So,
damn.
Yeah, dog. That was a.
She said you should have told the Taco Bell story. I guess we could say that for another day, or what?
yeah, we could say that one. I didn't have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, but yeah,
man,
that was it.
All right, I got one last question for you, man. We at 218 right now,
huh? Okay.
Yeah, we at 218 right now. 219. We just hit. I'm gonna ask you this one last question. How do you navigate disagreements in a relationship?
Okay. Come back to me one more time. I ain't know we was going to relationship.
Yeah, you gotta be on your toes.
Tell me again. Ask me again.
How do you navigate disagreements in a relationship? Take your time, Pastor.
So are you asking me in terms of how I do it?
Tree said yells the loudest. So you just,
so
yeah,
yes, I mean, we kind of dabbled into this last night,
right? That would have been a good episode. Just a little mini episode. That conversation last night was dope.
I what I'm about to say, of course, it could be wrong to the world. It's a lot of times, and I know it's not a good way to think, but unfortunately, just the way I think, I am who I am. It's kind of hard to change me. I'm you'll never be able to change me. I mean, it's times where I can change if I want to change, but from somebody trying to change me, it won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get that out there first.
Okay.
The second thing I got to get out there is
disclaimer.
Yeah, it's another disclaimer. In my relationship with my wife, I'm 99.9. I say 99.7% always right.
I think she's gonna disagree.
She may try to, but she gonna, if she does, because she got to defend herself, and that's not a problem. But she know I'm damn near always right, and so I always feel like if you'd just kind of listen to me, then we wouldn't be in a predicament. No matter whatever happened, if you'd just kind of listen to me, then everything would have kind of been well off. And so when that doesn't happen,
mm-hmm.
I'm very passionate. I'm a passionate person. So yes, I do yell. Let me get this out there. I won't put my hands on my woman. Some people may say yelling at your wife or your girl, whoever the fuck it is abusive.
Mm-hmm.
That's how y'all handle y'all relationships. But I'm just passionate. So it's not so much as me. Last night as we was talking, trying to show dominance, nothing like that. It's just I yell with everything. When me and you was going over the football shit. When I feel like I'm right in my own dumbass brain, you know what I'm saying? I'm passionate. That's just how I am. It's not about me just trying to show dominance and be, like that. So yes, I do yell, but
do you think that's an effective way to communicate?
Is that a great way to communicate?
Is it effective? I didn't say great. Effective way to communicate.
Effective way?
Do you feel like you can still get your point across if you don't yell? Or why do you feel like you have to yell?
Yeah, I do. And I yes, 100%. I think you can, but I'm passionate, and I don't know. Sometimes I try to, do the whole, get soft spoken and whatnot. But I don't know. It's just not who. I don't know. It's not me. I don't know.
So you feel more comfortable raising your voice in those situations?
It's not that I feel. It's who I am. I'm passionate. And whatever point I'm trying to get around.
Right.
Even though I know that doesn't answer your question.
Yeah,
I just want to.
But if you weren't raising your voice in those moments, you probably wouldn't feel like you're getting your point across. You wouldn't feel like you're not being able to like really impose or you know what I mean? So that's kind of like
it don't feel like you were hearing me and understanding me.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you, do you think that's an effective way to communicate is you raising your voice as opposed to you saying whatever you said in a regular...
So if you ask me for my opinion, yes, but is it in life? Is it to her? Because she don't like it. So no. So yes and no. Yes for me, no for her and maybe everybody else in the world. But, luckily enough, she gets me, understand me, and she know, like, I ain't gonna just, again, I'm not gonna hit her. I ain't gonna hit my girl, even though some other women may not understand that, they probably be like, no, nigga, if you do that, you'll do this. But that's just, I ain't gonna hit her like that.
I mean, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a problem with me if you do, just for the record. I'm just putting that out there.
And then
We don't we don't condone that. I don't condone that. So
I'm gonna reverse my record, and I'm a feed juice. I seen Keon be born. I raised him for 16 years. Now I put a nigga down. Nah, it's bullshit. But again though, it's just me and who I am. I'm so passionate. Last night when we was all talking, you see, I stood up and I just get passionate about it. I don't know if it could be from the way it is an excuse, because you could say that's the way you was, you should change. Again, it's hard for me to change. I am who I am, man. If it becomes that bad to where she be like, well, I'm about to leave, then maybe I probably will have to change. But I think she understands who I am, and she be like, all right, this motherfucker, here you go. And
So she would have to give you an ultimatum by saying, hey, if you don't change this behavior, I'm contemplating stepping out.
Yeah,
or separating.
She gonna have to say that after the argument though, because she said, I don't give a fuck, but I got I say some shit like that. It would have to be after everything to calm down. Because
quit again after that.
Because during that time, I'm like, shit, I don't give a fuck, that guy on shit. Sign the fucking papers. So
God damn.
I'm being serious. I tell you how I am, but we talked about it last night. Shit, I ain't gonna hide the type of person I am. It's just who I am. Again, it's not me, because last night me and you was going back and forth. You felt it was because of no, you said it's because you think it's because I'm a man and she's a woman and I can beat her up, or what the fuck you was saying last night. Which
it's you're more physically imposing as a man. So I think most men use that as an advantage.
And I don't disagree with you on that. But but you see me do this to everybody.
Yeah. I'm not saying you changed.
But you did say that.
I didn't say that.
You did.
No, when me and you are going back and forth, we do that. But I think it's a double standard, because if you're having a back and forth with a woman, I'm not going to be intimidated by it. I'm the same way. If it gets to that point, I can go there with you.
But you think because it's man versus woman, it would change my mindset. Because you was like, if it's this big giant 6'8", 300-pound nigga, would you still do it? And I have to explain to you, yes, the fuck I would. I don't care I don't care the size, the height, I don't give a fuck. You could be short as nigga. You could be tall as fucking Andre the fucking Giant. That shit.
You keep the same energy.
Yeah, it's only because when I'm passionate about whatever the fuck I said, if whether it's an agreement or disagreement, I'm gonna say it that way. Now, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. Give me the question again, please.
How do you navigate disagreements? How do you navigate? You're kind of answering the question. You're telling me how you navigate it.
No.
By standing up, by raising your voice, by doing these things. This is how you navigate disagreements. This is what you're telling me.
Let me give you the more political correct answer, though.
Okay.
Well, I did give it to you because I'm always right. So
you're always right. But I
don't know.
That's where you're wrong.
But let me be for real though. So I hear her point of view. We hear my point of view, and I think if I do feel what she did is whatever she said could have been right for the family or whatever it is, I'm like, shit, fuck it, all right, we'll go with that. But if I know what I'm saying is right, then I'm like, nah, I gotta have a final decision on this, man. I think this was what my instincts and my whole stuff that I've went through in life kicks in, and then that's when I feel I'm right, and I think it's gonna be beneficial to our family to do it, my way. So yes, I do listen and I hear, and if I feel what she's saying is right, because she's a very smart, intelligent person, and sometimes she can have the better, her decision,
better POV,
right, from her. I'm like, all right, let's go with that. But
right,
if it's something where I know it ain't right for us, like for the family, and I feel it's gonna hurt us, then I gotta put the big boy pants on and make the phone call. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. It's just, sometimes there's, you got to do that.
So, so y'all have situations in which y'all agree to disagree, or it just remains a disagreement and you just say, fuck that, what I say goes, my way or the highway type shit.
It won't be my way or the highway. we'll agree to disagree until I guess you could say I'm not being all yelling and whatnot anymore, and then we'll have our talk and understand. I'll be like, well, this is the reason why it's this way. You see, blah blah. Or she'll be like, well, this is the reason why I said it this way, and blah blah blah. Until whether we figure out what the outcome was for me to say, see, told you should have did it my way. I know she hates that. She hates that with a passion, which let me go ahead and say this too. I do need to stop doing that because I understand it can hurt, and sometimes it have hurt our relationship because I know she don't want to hear me say that. She like, you know what? I ain't gonna tell this motherfucker this, and so now it fucks up shit. What? Yeah, why you ain't tell me? Well, because motherfucker, I knew you was gonna blah blah this way or that way. So that has hurted our relationship for me doing it this way, saying I told you so type shit. So I do gotta stop that. And I know that.
So that made me think of something else real quick. It's kind of like some petty shit, low key. Is it more important for you to say I told you so, or is it more important for the other person to acknowledge that you were right? It's kind of crazy, right?
Which one would I want?
Because a lot of people, like if they feel like they're wrong in something, like if you had a discussion about something and there was a disagreement, and whether or not I got heated or not, that's irrelevant. But if y'all walked away disagreeing and then the situation plays itself out and one person is right and the other person is wrong, the one person that's wrong 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna go to the other person and say, you know what? I was wrong. You was right. My bad. Da-da-da-da-da. But the other person can be like, see, I fucking told you. I told you. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you like what's more value is like, is it the person that's wrong saying, yo, I was wrong? Or is it the other person saying like, yo, see, I fucking told you?
For me, I think it's a tough one. It ain't.
I think it is.
It's a good question, but I like the I told you so.
See, that's why I said it's petty.
I know, and I said it was petty, and I get it's petty. But how many I told you so's we got to go through? I'm damn near. I'm 99 point something.
Jackie said the person who was wrong acknowledging they was wrong. That's more powerful to me.
Yeah, acknowledge it, but you gonna still get this. You can still get this.
No, see, you can't do that, bro. You can't power on, bro. You know how much strength it takes for somebody to admit they was wrong?
I don't care,
bro. It takes a lot. You can't just power on to it. If somebody got the strength to come to you and say, yo, I was wrong about such and such, you don't just fucking, yeah, I fucking told you. You don't just power on to it. You just acknowledge it and say, I appreciate you even acknowledging that. Because a lot of people wouldn't even do it.
So, let me explain. Let me elaborate.
Okay.
So, of course, I do say that. But when the argument come back around, remember I told you so last. I got to get you now. When we're in another predicament, I'm gonna get you now.
But now it's up to that person, depending on, because every situation is different.
You gonna catch this. I told your ass.
But again, that's just who you are, though.
But I do say I want to do work on that, though.
Oh, okay.
No, because it that can help our relationship. It can,
of course.
It can help us in so much of a longer way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And once you set a precedent for your partner and establishing a place where they feel comfortable to come to you and say you was right, you know what I mean? You're gonna get that more often than not. You know what I mean? Like, instead of, if they know, like, damn, if I admit I was wrong, he gonna shit on me, and then, you know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna say I was wrong. They're not gonna admit it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You're not gonna get that. Right. But if you make them feel comfortable enough, then
I gotta interrupt you real quick, because I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta do it. I want to know the same question you asked me with a bonus to it.
What?
I gotta ask a bonus, and I'm so sorry, Jackie, because I see you watching. Y'all do get in y'all arguments or whatever.
As every relationship and couple does.
Right. This is the same question I asked last night, because I think you answered it. I was kind of fucked up last night.
I think we all were.
in your relationship, who do you, and I know it's a petty question too. This is a petty question, but who's more right? Would you say she's more right, you more right, or y'all like 50-50?
I don't remember you asking me this last night.
I asked the tables. You probably you was a little blabbermouth last night. When you get fucked up, you get blabbery. But go ahead.
Blabbery.
I asked everybody. You did answer the question because I think you said women is more. I think what the fuck? You said women is
No, you asked so you asked the question from a general standpoint. You didn't tailor it to me and Jackie. What's going on with your camera, bro?
It's not the camera. My fucking this thing is set to a certain time. If it's no motion, it kind of like
the light go. What the fuck?
The camera is not messing up.
Disappearing and shit.
I'm here though. Please, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep going on for a quick little second.
Talking to a ghost. No, you asked that question from a general standpoint. You didn't like tailor it to me and Jackie. So you're asking me who do I think is more right?
Yeah.
I would say, huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I would say if you were to like do like a numbers thing, like if you were to take the number of disagreements we've had and the number of times that it's come out to where my thoughts were the right way or the right way to think or whatever, however you want to put it, I would say I would be right the majority of the time.
80% majority or 90% majority?
A majority. Majority
you
to me.
Think
majority to be.
Agree with that?
Huh?
Do you think she agree with that?
Do I think she would agree? I would hope so. Why?
No, I'm just asking because you said when I said it earlier about I'm mostly right, you was like Cheese would probably have something to say about it.
I mean, of course. I mean, if she want to challenge it, we can always have a conversation about it.
No, I ain't telling her to challenge it or not. I'm just asking you though. Do you think she agree with what you just said?
I think she would. I'm not saying I was right all the time. Let's be clear about that.
No, I understand.
Oh, okay.
You said majority of the time.
Yeah, the majority of the time. Yes, I feel like But like I said, if I could be wrong about that.
Let me ask you this question: was you right, or you just thought you was right?
I feel like a lot of the conversations and discussions her and I have had, we've come to a conclusion, and that conclusion is: are you right or am I right? I feel like the majority of our discussions,
y'all disagreements, y'all try to figure out who was right or who was wrong.
Say that again.
When y'all, going through y'all agreements or disagreements, at the end, y'all want to figure out who was right and who was wrong.
It's not about who was right or who was wrong. It's just about coming to a compromise and a solution for whatever problem and an agreement to whatever disagreement. So whether that agreement, whether that compromise, whether that solution falls on my side or her side, that's how that's determined. So it's not like a competitive thing, like a me versus you. Like I got my brain, she got her brain. So if there's a topic or something that we discuss and we disagree, we try to talk through it and find a solution, or we find some sort of compromise, or we find something that's going to help us move past this disagreement. And whatever side that falls on, that determines who we felt as though was the quote unquote right party of in that particular disagreement. So I think that's how that goes. It's not like we
do y'all before y'all go to bed, do y'all figure that out?
For the most part.
So y'all never go to bed angry with each other. Y'all try to get that shit.
I can't say we have not.
Oh, okay.
I can't say we haven't. For the most part, we have.
Do y'all try not to go to bed angry with each other and try to get it taken care of? Because I know a lot of people don't like to go to bed or leave places with bad energy, because you never know, it could be the last time you see them. They could wake up.
Yeah.
People wake up and they don't wake up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, there was a time where we didn't go to bed at all. We stayed up all night.
Gotta get a 24-hour talk.
not a 24-hour, but we
Not a 24-hour boundary.
yeah, we stayed up. The sun was up. We didn't go to bed till shit. I don't know what time I got into bed. 7:30 in the morning. She got into bed at the same time. We talked, for hours. Trying to talk through a situation. I'm not gonna go into detail, but yeah. So I mean, that's kind of a different. It's not necessarily going to bed mad because fucking spent the whole night talking about something. That's not ideal. That's not something we would want to make a regular thing. You know what I mean? That's an extreme circumstance. So, idealistically,
go ahead and answer your own question.
Huh?
My bad. Go ahead and answer your own question that you asked me.
How do you navigate disagreements?
Yeah.
Communication. You talk in an effective way. You get your point across. I think the whole, raising your voice thing. I'm not a raiser voicer. Like I don't do that. Like I don't like to have to do that. I have been provoked to do that. I have been like I've have felt like I needed to do that, but that's not something I like to do. I hate to have to do it, in fact, because I don't think it makes a difference. I can talk to you in a normal voice, say the same exact thing. If you're not hearing me, that's on you. I shouldn't have to raise my voice for you to hear me. If we can have a conversation like you and I are having right now, or the conversation we had last night, where it was, 6 of us?
5.
We weren't really yelling at each other.
Bella was asleep.
Oh, Bella. Yeah, we weren't really yelling at each other. Like, we had a good fucking deep conversation. It didn't get heated. It was emotional, but it wasn't heated. And we were able to all get our points across and get our shit off. So, I think you can do that.
So just to kind of elaborate about what y'all kind of went back and forth. Sometimes you go silent.
Yes, I do.
And do you feel that's not healthy?
It's not healthy, but that's me, and I've had to explain why I do that, because I'm logical to a fault. My logic just takes over. So if I'm in a discussion or a disagreement, especially within a relationship, and something's being said to me, or I'm trying to process something, I may not know what to say right there in that moment. So that's where the silence comes from.
So how long do you go silent for?
It don't matter.
No, but I'm asking you, how long have you went silent?
Shit, it can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not saying anything at all. I'm just literally, I'm in my own head trying to process. Because I feel like, to me, that's better than me saying some fuck shit. Saying something I don't mean. Saying something because I'm emotional. Saying something because I'm mad. Saying something because I'm angry. Just, you know what I mean? Something I'm going to regret. I'm trying to be very strategic about.
So why do you think that's bad then? So if you do the silence.
I'm not saying it's good.
No.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's good.
No. But I think that's kind of good though, because you're saying you're not reacting right away because you will be reacting off emotionally. So why you did say it's kind of bad when I just asked you that. So why is that bad though? You taking your time to process it. I'm gonna keep it calm because that's a good one. If I did that shit, we'll be a lot better. But that's what I'm asking you. Why do you feel that's bad? Do you only feel that's bad because Jackie said it's bad, or do you really think that's bad?
So here's the bad thing.
No. I need you to answer the question first.
No, man.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your question? Because maybe I didn't hear you correctly. What was your question again?
Do you think it's bad when you go silent, or you only said it was bad because Jackie think it's bad when you do it when y'all be, having y'all do?
So right. So here's why it was bad in the beginning. It was bad in the beginning because she didn't know why I was silent. I would just not talk, and she would just be like, "Why are you not talking? Do you not have anything?" Like, she didn't know why. So it took me a while to even get to the point to tell her why I'm silent. I just told you why, but I didn't say that to her.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't feel like it was a suitable answer in that moment. So she created a safe space for me to be able to even say that. To be like, this is why it's something I'm still like working on. I haven't like I haven't like mastered it.
Okay, so she knows it now. So
Now she
is it
knows.
still
So,
bad?
right now she
Okay, so is
knows.
it still bad in your brain?
Say it again.
Is it still bad in your brain? So you didn't
No,
explain
it's
to her what you
yes,
do.
right, yeah. So
Was
it's
it good?
right. So it's not as bad as it used to be. I'll say that. It's not as bad as it used to be. Now that she's more comfortable with it and she kind of knows why, and I have to vocalize why I'm silent, why I'm quiet. Like I'm just processing this entire moment, like everything as a whole, I'm processing. And whatever comes out of my mouth, I want that to be matter of fact. I don't want to just say something just to fucking have something to say. Because that's what I feel like that's what a lot of people do in arguments. When it's heated and it's high emotion, people just start raffling off shit. They just start saying shit that they don't mean, that they're gonna regret. They're gonna come back later. Oh, I didn't mean that shit. I'm sorry. Da-da-da-da. I try to avoid that. So that's why I just like it's viewed as me shutting down. That's what it looks like. On the outside looking in, it looks like I'm just shutting down. But that's not actually what I'm doing. I'm taking everything in and I'm processing the entire situation and what I want to do, what decisions I want to make as a result of the circumstance, how I want to interact, like what I want to say. So that's why I don't like, there's been times in the beginning, bro, when we first had disagreements, I would be silent for 15, 20 minutes. We sit in the car, I ain't saying shit. And she's like, what the why are you not talking? Why are you not going to say anything? This is not a one-way conversation. And I'm literally, while she's talking to me, I hear what she's saying, but I'm processing everything, the whole shit. But she don't know that. She don't know unless I tell her. So when I say it's bad because I wasn't articulating what was going on during my silence. So she's taking it a whole different way. She don't know what the fuck is going on. She think I'm ignoring her. She's taking it as disrespect. You could take it either way. But the fact that I wasn't even expressing what was going on, that's why I say it's bad. So the fact that now we've had like moments of growth where we've had disagreements, and I've had other moments where I just don't talk. I don't say anything. Why are you smiling? What's going on in the comments? Hold on, I gotta look at the comments. I would be talking to myself for hours. That's true. Treese, ain't that much processing in the world? Nah, I gotta smack you to get that mouth moving. Just kidding, LOL. It's bad if it doesn't work for your partner's communication style. That's true too. Because Jackie is a very like, she's the conversation gotta flow for her. She don't like those breaks and stoppages and all that. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm the opposite. I don't mind that. I don't mind having the stoppages and the breaks just to make sure whatever I say is not bullshit. Like I'm just that's just part of my logic and how my brain works, bro. Like I'm just strategic in that way. Like I just want what I say to be effective and to be like it to help mitigate the situation, whether it's good or bad. It could end in, the worst case scenario. If that's the case, then that's the case. But I just don't want it to just come out and just be saying some bullshit. So that's why I just take the time to myself and I sit there and I think about it and I process it and then I respond accordingly. But like I told you in the beginning, she didn't know that that's what I was doing. Now she kind of knows. She's a little bit more used to it. I mean, I hate for us to have those reps where we're in those fucked up situations, you know what I mean? And her having to be like, all right, I know why he's quiet. He's doing his little processing bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to go through that, but I mean, it's good in hindsight. It's good that we've come a long way in that department to where now she knows like, all right, if he gets quiet, this is why he's quiet. So let me give him grace. Let me kind of, even if we got to step away, like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't finish this discussion right now. We got to revisit this. I need to sleep on it, or I just need some space, and we can come back and talk about it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think a lot of people feel pressure. A lot of couples feel pressured into figuring things out in that moment. But why? Why do you have to figure it out right then? What's stopping you from saying, you know what, let's step away from this. Let me gather my thoughts. You gather your thoughts. We come back to the table. We're not going anywhere. It's not like we breaking up or, you know what I mean? Like we good. So you figure your shit out. I'm going to figure my shit out. We come back. We revisit this and we talk about it with clearer heads. And, you know, we in a better space mentally, and maybe we can progress and get somewhere. So I think that's a better approach for navigating disagreements. To answer your question.
I feel you. Well,
hold on. Where we at with the comments? We got a lot of action going on here. Jackie, girl, and people like us who can talk in the moment be like, what the fuck is taking you so long? I would be ready to get irrational. Oh, they just agreeing with each other. Mm-hmm. That's what Priest was talking about last night. That comes with a high sense of security. Yeah.
So real quick.
We had 250. We trying to be under 3. Come on.
We're gonna keep it under 3. So I got one question for you.
Okay.
It's pertaining to your background picture. So real quick. Let me explain. Let me just tell you mine real quick. As far as that picture, so I thought about that all day. You know, last night I was like, hell no. Absolutely not. But I get they're in the business of entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think with Usher, buddy. I think this could have been left out.
Okay.
I don't think that helped or hurt it. I mean, I don't think it would have helped, you know, like the presentation, your performance. Like, I think that part could have been left out. I seen Swish response to it. It was
he took the high road.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I don't know, bro. I just think it could have been left out, fam. Like, you don't, fam. That's too personal with somebody else's wife. You know, she's married, fam, with kids. Like, that's too personal. And again, I tried to be like, it's entertainment. Then in my other brain, like, nigga, nah, that's not cool. I do want to know your takes on it, but I just think and I know everybody's been saying, like, he said the bullshit, don't leave your girl around me, all that bullshit.
True player for real. Ask my nigga for real.
Because it's the shit with old girl, Kiki Palmer. Even another thing he did, when he performed with Nicki Minaj, I don't know if you remember that, where they had on the all white, and she was, like, bouncing her ass, and then he just started doing his head like this to her, and then when he got up, he smacked her ass. And she looked at that nigga like, fam, like, why did you smack my ass?
Yeah.
Like, I think sometimes he goes too far. And
he crossed the line.
Nikki didn't seem like she liked it that. Like, nigga, we didn't practice.
We didn't rehearse that.
Nigga, your head ain't supposed to be, huh?
We didn't rehearse that.
Right. Nigga, your head ain't supposed to be bouncing off my ass. And then he started going crazy with it. And then when he stood up, he smacked her. You know what I'm saying? She was like, but then she just kept on performing. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't think this was rehearsed either. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just think. Well, give me your take. What you think? What you think, dog? Talk to me.
Hey, man, that man violated. That's a violation. Look at this man's face. Look at his face. Just take the time. Just look at his face real quick. This nigga eyes is closed. He biting his lip. He's embraced. Let me move out the way right quick. Look. He got the one arm over, the other arm over. Bro, come on, man. Bruh. That's a violation, my brother. You can't do that. That's a married woman, a publicly known married woman with kids. Second of all, I didn't know Usher was in a relationship.
Right. He got married last night or whatever.
Yeah. I had no idea he was in a relationship, let alone a long-term relationship, to the point where he would be proposing to somebody. So not only are you violating Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats, you violating your fiance. If she even give a fuck, she might not even have cared. Because she might be like, well, it's performative. Like you said, it's part of the performance. This is I think this is a callback to the My Boo video. When they was in the video, he did the same shit. I don't give a fuck. That video was years ago.
Right. Nigga, we in different spaces. We
Man,
in different times, dog. I'm sorry. Let's just say, for instance, it wasn't something out the blue and it was rehearsed. And Alicia did come to you and you're like, babe, can you sign off on this? Is this okay or not? Would you
I'm not
sign off on
signing
this?
up. I'm mad that you even approaching me. You shouldn't even sign off with it. Why I gotta sign off? Why I gotta make this decision? You should have said no. Now I'm mad because you came to me with this bullshit. Look at this nigga.
Yeah, I don't know.
This shit. He been doing this shit since the residency in Vegas. He had the situation with Keke Palmer.
Yep.
It's been other situations that weren't as publicized as the Keke Palmer situation, but he's Mr. Don't leave your girl around me, Mr. This, Mr. That. All of these things that allude to him being a player, playboy, I can't be trusted with your girl type shit. Why not, Ush? Why my girl can't go to one of your shows and just be okay without you fucking walking up and doing this shit? Why she can't just go to the show and sing your songs? Why she gotta come in contact with you physically?
Hey, we got a question.
So Alicia can't be in no movies where she's a love interest. That's, bruh.
So that's the point I was trying to make my brain wrap around. Like, okay, but I told myself, nigga, this ain't a movie.
It's not a movie.
Like I just think this could have been left out.
Alicia, she'd been in some movies, but she ain't no fucking actress.
I think the whole Super Bowl would have been done.
Like you said, they could have dealt without that moment. It wouldn't have made or break the performance.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have, bro. There would have been no. People still would have thought that halftime performance was amazing without this moment right here. It would not have. It didn't do anything to enhance the performance at all. You cannot convince me that this made that entire performance better. It didn't add shit to it. We could have dealt without it. I'm sure Swiss could have dealt without it. I'm sure Swiss was uncomfortable. I would be uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Call me insecure, call me jealous, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I would be insecure if I saw a man wrap his arms around my woman, close his eyes, and bite his motherfucking lip like that. I don't give a fuck who it is. Look at the picture.
Again,
look at it.
I didn't go into all the details. Again,
he's biting his lip.
I'm trying to make it be, dog, where it's entertainment for that part, man. It's hard for me, but I don't know.
It was entertainment. It was entertaining. The whole thing. I didn't need that.
I know that's what I'm saying too, and I get it, but I didn't know this. I didn't know they did that in the video. So
yeah, it was a callback to the video.
Well, was her and Swiss together in doing that?
No, fuck no. This song came out years.
Oh, they wasn't together, did not. No. No, we'd have to cancel this halftime. Baby, I don't know, but again, I don't know, man, because as stupid as this sound, they live by different rules. Them rich people, Hollywood, and all them niggas. Like, I don't know, man. I was just curious though, man. But we're at 2:58. You got something else you want to?
No, I'm done. I'm done for the night, man.
All right. Well, this was episode 11. We do appreciate all 7 guests, as I always say, that tunes in and watch, comment. We really do appreciate it. Don't Terrence mentioned earlier. I don't know who was in. We did want to be YouTube only for this episode. I was like, yo, let's do Facebook and YouTube today because we're doing it on Monday. We didn't advertise enough like we should be. So please, I said it last week. We greatly appreciate if you guys tune in to YouTube only next week, man. We're gonna be, that's what we're gonna be streaming from. Our views may drop down or two, but we still gonna do this shit to the end of time till we done with it. We appreciate everybody, man. Thank you for chiming in on any discussions we have, whether you like our takes on it or not. And I do want to kind of give another take. Anything that I say on this podcast that pertains to me and my wife's, relationships, I want to say this publicly. If I will disrespect her, whenever I say some shit, I want to say now that I do apologize. Anytime I say anything about a relationship, I apologize, but I can only give, experiences that I go through whenever we have our comments about this type of shit. So I just want to say if I did, offend her today, not saying she's offended or get offended by anything I say sometimes, but I just want to give an apology. So yeah, man, that's it. I'm H. This T. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Hey, y'all have a nice Valentine's Day, man. Make sure y'all, y'all have fun. And get y'all shit off, dog. Hey, women, make sure you drinking y'all okra water, man. It's good for you. It's very good for you, especially around this time. Y'all have a great night. See y'all next Wednesday.